Yo, 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 yo. Pronounce it like the letter, I don't say it at all. It's your boy S. Scott Barz Wrestling Media. We back. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell for more content. Coming up next, does WWE own Lucha Underground? We're going to talk about that. Evil makes his debut. Kevin Knight retains his title against MJF. And much, much more. We're going to talk a lot tonight. Coming up next. Back at the office early, levels are clean, arrangements locked. This is the one that's going to set the tone. Every section tells a story. That drop in the hook, hit it perfect. We built Escott Bars as a home for fearless music, and that means every detail matters.
Escott Bars LLC.
The home for fearless media.
S. Got Bars LLC.
Built this from the floor with a cord and a vision. Still independent, but it sound like a major decision. Keep the meter in the red, cause the heart's in the rhythm. They say the bars got wings, I just call it ambition. Mic check, we're live. Topic of the day, storytelling in the ring. Let's break it down and see why it matters.
Barz Wrestling Media.
Light it up, we take the ring, no fear in our eyes. Gold on my shoulder, fire in the sky. Hear the crowd get loud, we were born to rise. Bars in the zone, Doug keeps the pace. Otter with the plan, we control the space. This is greatness, nothing less. Turn the pressure to success. We're
Here's your host, Barz Wrestling Media.
We back. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell for more content. Hey, what is up with everybody in here? What is up?
Not much. Living day by day.
Yeah, same here. So, there is so much going on, in wrestling tonight. I don't even know where to start. But we just going to start with this because this has been on my mind for a minute. So, does WWE actually own Lucha Underground? Now, I'm going to give you my opinion if this is true. I think it's a possibility they might. Because, let me tell you why. If you look at what Lucha Underground did when they were in existence back in 2000, what was it, 2016, 17, something like that? Am I correct? Somebody let me know.
2014 is when they started. 2014 is when Lucha Underground first started.
Okay, so 2014, right? So if you look at what they were doing back then was very innovative. And then you look when WWE started doing this whole Grande Americano thing with Chad Gable, right? And you started seeing the visuals. The visuals looked fairly similar to what Lucha Underground was doing. Am I or am I not correct? I'm talking about the whole cut scenes and all that. I ain't talking about the wrestling. I'm talking about the cut scenes. Am I not correct on that?
You are correct.
Okay, so now fast forward. They get ownership of AAA, right? AAA was exchanging talent with Lucha Underground. Am I not correct?
I mean, that could be a possibility.
I would say actually AAA was financing Lucha Underground, so technically yes.
Uh-huh.
So do they? Yeah, it could be. That could
Yes.
be there.
So it leads me, and the reason why I'm bringing this up first is because, like, a year, maybe like it was 2 years ago, right? I was telling people that I think WWE owns Lucha Underground. And my video, if you go back on the old Barz Wrestling Media videos, I'm talking about when I used to just record the videos. I never went live. I just would record videos and just edit them. And I'm talking about, if you followed me back years ago, I used to do this thing where I'll shoot at the screen and they'll see bullet holes on the screen and they'll bars will just flash on the screen. I'm talking about OG bars. That's what I'm talking about. So I did a video saying this. The video had got over, I think it got over 5,000 plus, right? And people were mad at me for saying that WWE could possibly own Lucha Underground. I mean, I had receipts and everything from Google and all this other stuff. And people still laughed at me when I said it, right? So basically it was negative.
Ain't laughing now.
Fast forward, yeah, I know. Fast forward right now. I'm going back to my video and I'm telling people I was saying what I was saying back then just to tell you that I was right all along. Look at what WWE's doing with AAA. Don't AAA's visuals look exactly like what Lucha Underground was doing? Say I'm lying.
You talking about character wise?
I'm not even talking about character-wise. I'm talking about the visual, the effects. I'm talking about the screenshots. I'm talking about the stories. I'm talking about the color schemes, everything. Somebody tell me.
Yeah. No, it looks exactly like WWE because, you got most of the big WWE guys running the show over there now. Even though I will admit, the video and like way that TV shows go are a little bit more smoother than they were before.
Mm-hmm. So, with that being said, I just want to say to a lot of you folks in the IWC, on TikToks, Wrestle Talk in general, I just want to say I told you so. I told you so. I told you so. I told you so. WWE could possibly own Lucha Underground.
What's interesting, Bars, too, is there's several things going with Lucha Underground. There's still a lawsuit with Lucha Underground and El Rey against somebody who I'm not 100% sure who it is. That's still ongoing. So, we don't know exactly what's going on. And then I was reading up some of the possible scenarios that they're looking at, like, Dario Cueto, how he was the authority figure for Lucha Underground. Mm-hmm. Now they're saying that the Undertaker may take that position if the show does come back on. And then,
really?
And then some of the guys that were on there, like King Cuerno, is Santos Escobar. Mm-hmm. He's no longer with WWE. So, I mean, I'm wondering how they're going to present these characters. If they're going to be all new characters, they're going to try to bring some of the old ones back. I mean, it's a lot of questions out there.
Wow. Yeah, because a lot of their top characters are in other promotions. I mean, of course, they got some of the main characters in WWE, which was Penta. They got Rey Fenix.
And don't forget Coleman.
They got
Coleman too. Coleman work for WWE now.
Yeah, they got who else? There's Penta. There's Rey Fenix. There was Chelsea
Cobb.
Green.
Yeah, Chelsea Green. Jeff Cobb, who was Montanza.
Yeah.
I know Io Sky was part of a faction there.
Yeah, right. She was. Who else? There's a few of them that are in WWE that they like the main. I'll say the characters from some of the characters from the first season and some of the characters from the second and third season are in WWE. But
Yeah, of course, one other one is Rey Mysterio too.
yeah, exactly. So, but the people that they're missing is Brian Cage, Jeff Hager, of course, Killshot,
Jake
aka.
Hager. We don't need Jake Hager.
Well, they
He
don't
can
need
stay
him,
away
but
from
he
good
was.
after
But
all the shit.
he was there though. Let's be for real. He was part of their roster. Killshot, aka
Sorry, just
Swerve.
every time I hear Jack Swagger's name, I get irritated. I'm sorry. He triggers me so much. I'm sorry. The dude just pisses me off. He does.
Yeah, well, he definitely was a part of their roster. What's his face was a part of their roster too.
Samuel Guevara was part of Lucha Underground during like the final. I want to say like during like the final season.
Okay.
He was in Lucha Underground for a little bit. I know it was Sammy AR Fox for a little bit.
It was AR Fox. Yep.
There was a few other people.
Luchasaurus.
Marty the Moth Martinez
Luchasaurus
was also with.
Luchasaurus definitely was part of Lucha Underground. Who else? This guy was part of Lucha Underground too. He was. They did try to say he was homeless.
Chavo Guerrero.
Chavo was. But who's the dude that he got the afro and they said he was homeless for a little bit or whatever, and he's not working for aid. Willie Mack. Willie Mack was part of Lucha Underground as well. Willie Mack was there.
Honestly, and this might be a hot take for a lot of people, but I think Willie Mack would be better off probably in AAA, or maybe he signs with WWE. Maybe he stays on the independents with MLW. I don't know. It depends on what Willie wants to do. I was in contact with Willie a few days ago, and he took a booking out in Boston with a private company. So he's doing that. He's getting paid. So I'm proud of him.
And nothing wrong with that. You always need guys to be like the veterans. You need somebody that can work regular, Lucha or NXT. You need them guys. They ain't gonna go to the main roster.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah. But yeah, so a lot of these guys are split up at the moment. You know what I mean? And they're in different locations or whatever. So I'm wondering if anything takes place, I'm wondering how they're going to handle this, because they definitely right now, I think WWE has most of their guys. Of course, you know what I mean? And then AEW has the other half. And I think there might be some of those people sprinkled in TNA somewhere. I'm not 100% sure. But if WWE does have ownership and they're trying to revive the promotion, they got all the tools to do it. They got AAA. And here's the thing, even if they don't plan on like bringing back those guys, which I don't see why they wouldn't, because you got most of the roster. I mean, of course you can't bring back Killshot and a few others, but you could probably make some new characters. You know what I'm saying? But I don't feel it is going to be as good as the original, because unless they allow somebody to run Lucha Underground, a lucha type of person, like lucha type of individual that knows lucha, maybe like Rey Mysterio, I don't think it's going to be as good as the original. That's just my opinion.
Could it be like a farm system for AAA?
What you say?
Lucha Underground could be like a farm system for AAA.
A farm
It could be
system.
like for AAA, another way for AAA or WWE. It could be a little farm system.
Oh, you mean to like get talent?
Yeah,
Well, that's what they doing right now.
I
That's
just said for AAA wide. Just for AAA to have their own farm system. You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Well,
Yeah,
I honestly, that's what WWE's doing right now. You know what I'm
I know they're
saying?
doing that.
They're using, of course, AAA is doing what they do, but they're using AAA and they're bringing in talent. They're bringing in talent from AAA. You know what I'm saying? So don't be surprised if one day you see a familiar face from AAA, you see them on a WWE roster, because that's what they've been doing it for the last year or so. They've been
I mean,
bringing.
Volcano. Well, El Volcano, he's supposed to be going to the main roster pretty soon.
Oh
That's what
yeah,
I'm hearing.
yeah.
I mean, he's one of those people. I mean, I don't know when, but it's gonna happen pretty soon.
Well, that would be crazy because Vinkingo is not the biggest of wrestler. So I'm pretty sure. I don't know how he's gonna fit in. Like, you know what I mean? Like I don't know if they're gonna have him have him doing like a Rey Mysterio type of thing. But even Rey Mysterio put on some muscle. You know what I'm saying, over the years. So I don't know, and I think Vinkingo is smaller than Rey Mysterio, isn't he?
I think they're the same size, ain't they?
I don't know. I think Mysterio's a little bit bigger than Vinkingo. Cause I seen some tapes of Mysterio in the gym. Mysterio spent some time in the gym trying to get himself right without having to lose his speed or whatever. So, but yeah, they might just be similar size. Yeah, Ray's like 175, but I don't know how much Vinkingo weigh though. Yeah, but
I think Vikingo's smaller than him.
yeah, I thought he was. I thought he was. Thought he was. He looked very smaller than him on TV. On TV, he looks smaller than him. You know, but getting back to what I'm saying, like a lot of what WWE's doing with AAA looks just like what they were doing, what Lucha Underground was doing. So I'm not gonna be surprised if the rumors are true and WWE owns Lucha Underground. I won't be surprised. The only thing I'll say is that I told people so. I told everybody so. You know, but Undertaker being the authority figure on Lucha Underground, that's different. What does he even know about Lucha Libre? Like, I don't know, man. Why Undertaker? Why not Rey Mysterio? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's plenty of guys that perform under the Lucha Libre type of style that would be a better authority figure than Taker. Why Taker to be the authority figure on or the leader on Lucha Underground? That doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know.
I get Chavo. Chavo can do it.
Yeah.
Well, the one reason probably why is he's executive producer with Triple H for the AAA TV tapings.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it. But even with that, it's kind of weird too, because like, why would you be the executive producer? Like, what does he know so much about Lucha Libre that puts him in the driver's seat to help, you know, produce that company? I don't understand. Like, that's like, I don't know. That's like telling Messi, hey, go be the president of the NBA. You're a soccer player. Why are you the president of the NBA? You play soccer. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't. I don't know. That's just weird to
I
me.
mean, it's a lot to do, man. It's a lot of people that can be like the head of guys of AAA, not AAA. I mean Lucha Underground. You got Ray. I mean, there's other people, Chavo. I mean, who else you could throw in there that can run it?
Yeah. I
What
mean, Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But Lance Derado's still active, so I don't know how.
He's a trainer.
Oh, he's a trainer now.
He's a trainer and a wrestler.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah. He
What about the
train. He
guy?
does. He does. Evolve. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
What about the guy that actually was like the? I guess he was like the general manager, or whatever, on Lucha Underground. He was like the what was his name? I think
I
he's
know
in.
you're talking about Cueto.
Yeah, he's in
Ariel Cueto. Yeah.
MLW right now. Do you think they would bring him back?
I mean, they got the money to do it. They might. They might. You know, they got the money to do it. I mean, right now, let's be for real. WWE's monopolizing everything. You know what I mean? So if the rumors are true, that they own Lucha Underground, then 9 times out of 10 they're gonna bring in their own people to help run that company. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I'm looking at it. They're gonna bring in their own people to run that whole company. That's what I'm looking at. I don't see it going no other way. If they talking about Taker being the authority figure for that company, then you could just imagine who else they're gonna bring in. If they do that, it's definitely not gonna be the same. It's not going. They did. I don't think they're gonna be able to capture the essence of what Lucha Underground had before.
Personally, I don't think you can duplicate what Lucha Underground did. You cannot duplicate it. As much as we would love for that to happen, I don't see it happening twice in a lifetime. I really don't. Lucha Underground during 2014 all the way up to 2019 was something really special. It was really special to a lot of people that watched it that didn't want to deal with WWE's BS. And honestly, I think if anyone was to buy Lucha Underground, right? Like, let's say if AEW bought it, right? They would have better quality. On top of that, you have seasoned veterans like Brian Cage, like Swerve, like Ricochet, that have been Lucha Underground champion and are very well known. But you would be giving them something to do instead of having them sit on the sidelines. Because you've had Brian Cage on the sidelines for how many years now? Since 2020?
Well, he was injured. He got injured. He got injured a few years ago, and then he
I'm
recovered.
aware of that.
Yeah, then
Yeah.
he recovered. He recovered from the injury, came back, got hurt again, went back out, then was preparing to come back, only to find out that he had sustained another injury and didn't realize it, and then had to sit out again. So now he's slowly coming back, but he's like, you know, doing independent matches. He ain't come fully back on the AEW roster, but he's doing indie matches right now. Cause I did see a video with him walking down the entrance or something like that. So
I know it hurts seeing Brian Cage being put on the sidelines. It just hurts seeing that.
Right.
Like, Brian is honestly one of the sweetest dudes I've met on the independent circuit. One of the sweetest dudes. He may look like a big fucking bear. Dude, he is a teddy bear on the outside. He is a fucking teddy bear. I will tell you that right now.
Would you go say that
He's
to
probably
him
going to kick
personally?
my ass for saying that.
Yeah, he probably will.
I mean, a Barz.
To look at
Do you see the
Lucha Underground a different way? Is that possible? Can I give you a different perspective on it?
Yeah, sure.
All right. I think it's easy to look at it and try to compare it to what it was, but let's look at the landscape of wrestling in the WWE is now different. We see it. Other than the NXT, they now have Evolve. They now have that LFG. If they do own Lucha Underground, it's simply going to be another pathway to the show. Look at it as being a lucha version of NXT now. Okay, where we're able to now tap more into that fan base, into that style, and having a guy like Undertaker as opposed to a Chavo or someone, you're instantly getting that facial recognition. Especially since a majority of these wrestlers are probably going to be American in general. Okay, so with that being the basis, and with the show tending toward that crowd. And yes, of course, they're going to try to appeal to the Lucha crowd, but it's going to have a more American feel to it. A guy like The Undertaker's presence is how you get the, okay, this is Undertaker. Let me see what's going on here. You know, now us being a bit more hardcore fans, we're going to watch anyway. But if you look at the mainstream audience, they're not going to have eyes on it the same way we do. But they will recognize the name Undertaker and say, what's going on here?
Yeah, when you say like that, then I definitely understand, because Undertaker is a recognizable face. So like if you put him on Lucha Underground, they see Undertaker, they're like, oh, okay, what's this? Okay, yeah, I understood that. I understood that fully, and you're right. It is definitely is going to be a segue to get to the main show. So yeah, I definitely understand that totally, and I do also think too that you know, if they try to revive any characters, there's only going to be a few they could do it with, because most of the other characters, their main guys, are spread out between 3 or 4, maybe 5 promotions.
Facts.
Yeah.
And I can see WWE. I can see WWE having a PC in LA and working it like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I could see that too.
They need to though. They need to get out of Orlando and go to LA.
In California. Yeah.
Yeah. No. So I mean, honestly speaking, it could be a good thing. It could be a bad thing. It all depends on how you take it. You know, I'm definitely intrigued to see what they're going to do with the promotion if they actually own the promotion. I'm definitely intrigued to see what they're going to do with it moving forward.
Barz, can I ask the panel one real quick?
Sure.
Who's your early pick for Money in the Bank? Who would you book to win the Money in the Bank? Would that be a Javon Evans? Would it be a somebody new, or a Logan Paul, or like who we give that to in 2026?
First of all, before any of y'all answer that question, who would you put in the Money in the Bank match first?
Oh. So it's 6 heads, right?
Yeah.
Ethan Page, Javon Evans, Drago. Not Drago, my bad. Wrong person. Drago's on AEW, my bad. Dragunov, Mello, and Trick.
I can see Trick Willie win that. Trick Willie with the Money in the Bank. Ooh.
Yeah, I could see it. I could see it coming down to Trick or Mello for that briefcase.
And with that entrance, turning around with the briefcase, whoop that, and him lifting it up, that'd be crazy.
I don't think you would put Trick in there though, because he got the IC. I mean, he has the US title.
He's a United States champion.
Yeah,
but the reason, the reason why I put Trick in there is because you gotta have the dynamic of Mello and Trick going at it, and like, well, how I'd book it and really have it be Ethan Page going for the championship, and then out of nowhere Javon Evans hits that cutter, that Myron Reed style cutter that he hits. That's what I would do, and then Javon Evans gets to as he gets there, you know, he take it down. So, or like he still hits the cutter on Ethan. Ethan's taking the cutter. Then Mello comes out of nowhere and gets the Money in the Bank after Javon Evans' hand. So either way you go.
I would have said somebody like a Jacob Fatu, but I think they putting him in the angle when now we're Roman, you know, do the whole Samoan thing, bloodline.
It's funny you say that. It's funny you say that, because I know we're gonna go to the next topic, but it's funny you say that about Jacob, right? Because somebody put out a meme, like, I know it was AI generated, but this meme was funny as hell. It had Roman going to the elders and asking all the elders who the hell taught Jacob Fatu the tongue and death grip. I was cracking up.
Saw that.
That was hilarious. And then when he got to one of the younger elders, which I believe was Haku, and he tried to ask Haku, and Haku stepped up and said, I taught him that. And then he was like, oh, really? I'm sorry, sir. I was dying. I was
So hold
cracking
on real
up.
quick. So I think we all agree at SummerSlam in August, Obafemi's taking that title from Roman.
If they pull the trigger. If they pull
If
the
they
trigger.
pull the trigger.
It's kind of early.
It is kind of early, but that's
August.
Okay, hold on. Let me give my hot take real quick. I'm sorry to interrupt. Let me give my hot take real quick. I don't see them putting the belt on Oba yet. And I use the key word yet because he's only been on the main roster for a couple of weeks. That's the only thing.
I know, but
I think you have him. I think you have him.
The rocket on this dude's back.
Can I finish?
Go ahead.
I think you wait a little bit longer. Wait until maybe, I would say, Survivor Series to put the championship on him. Give him a little bit more time on the main roster. Give him a little bit more time before you put the strap on him. That's when I think you pull the trigger. Don't put it on him too soon because we don't want to be pulling a Randy Orton. We don't want to pull a Randy Orton with this crap. Where he only has the title for a couple weeks and then drops it.
What do you mean pulling Randy Orton?
Well, hold on. Let me jump in there about that Randy Orton comment. Randy Orton only won the title for one reason and one reason only, and that was to scrub Brock Lesnar's name at the time as the youngest champion, because that was when Brock walked out of the WWE, and they didn't want to have his name associated.
I'm not saying it as a negative. I'm not saying it as a negative. I'm just saying let it marinate for a little bit before you pull the trigger. That's all I'm saying.
No,
my whole thing is what's the difference between August and November? Couple months?
Yeah.
Huge difference.
Exactly. Give him a couple months. He just came onto the main roster a few weeks ago.
I mean, you gotta ride when the pot get hot, man. You gotta go, man.
He just had a WrestleMania match with Brock Lesnar. How much you want him to wait?
I don't know, man. I mean, right now, it's not like his fanfare is just going to disappear overnight. He's a guy you can just ride without a title for a while. The crowd is not going to get tired of him anytime soon, as long as you.
We don't know that.
Right
they can. I mean,
you don't know that. It could be another big deal. It could be another big person.
Let me ask you this, if you don't think so. Lesnar didn't win the title as fast as you're asking Oba to. Did people get tired of Lesnar?
No, I think he did win the title fast. I don't think he wasn't long.
He won a title within 6 months.
As you're asking.
Yeah, come on,
y'all. He won a title within 6 months. All right, so here's the thing, right?
When he beat The Rock, SummerSlam.
Yeah, so here's the thing. Here's the thing with that. I'll let y'all go back, but here's the thing, right? Here's my opinion, right? I do think I think with Oba, right? I think anytime is a good time for Oba as far as him winning the title. But I do think that if they try to put the title on him like literally now, it's going to stifle him a little bit. I think they let him continue.
We're not talking about now though, because not now.
Yeah, but if we're talking SummerSlam, then that's kind of like SummerSlam ain't that far away. You know what I'm saying?
This summer, we gotta, Roman's gonna have it for.
And I don't think they're gonna give up the title take the title off of Roman at SummerSlam. I think it's gonna be because what I'm reading in the news or whatever is that he's gonna hold it for a significant amount of time, which means that he's probably gonna stack up the challenges before he loses that title. Now, mind you,
Barz.
I did
until
hear
next year's WrestleMania.
Hold on. Now, mind you, I also heard that they could be planning Oba at SummerSlam, but I also heard Gunther too.
Yeah. But I got another idea for y'all. I know y'all might not like this.
What does that do?
But why rush it?
What about Jay Uso win that Money in the Bank and turn on Roman?
I was kind of thinking that too, but
Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Does that make sense?
Jay Uso winning? I don't need.
He gonna turn on Roman. That's the only way he can win it. Turn on Roman.
Didn't he have Yeet in the bank? Didn't we have Yeet in the bank already, or no?
They're saying I think that could be a good idea too. Have Ober take it off of Cody, because like I said, if they're planning on Roman, because I'm hearing different things. If they're planning on Roman to hold that title for a minute, they could have him take it off of Cody.
I think you got to build. I think you got to build off of when he said on the press conference, you know, hey, at the end of the year, Roman, I'm coming for you.
See,
You got to build off of that. Like, let's not let that steam go.
Here's the only thing I'm worried about, though.
You know, let's not lose that. You know, let's build off of that. Let's SummerSlam Roman Oba for the World Heavyweight Championship. I mean, that's box office.
So my only thing I'm worried about though is I can understand where you're coming from by taking the belt off of Roman at SummerSlam, but here's the thing: the one thing that I'm afraid of, they're not gonna have a plan for them afterwards.
Yeah.
Like, what you gonna do with Roman?
Roman's gonna be Roman though. We could do everything with Roman. I mean,
yeah, but what you gonna do with Oba? Like, who you gonna have him?
He'll be the champion. Then here comes a Gunther of the worlds. Then here comes the Seth Rollins, Braun Breakers of the world. You could pivot so much with Oba.
Braun Breaker.
Roman's gonna be Roman.
LA Knight.
My only thing is,
you know, I'm glad you brought up LA Knight, because that's the same kind of steam. When he was hot, people were like, you know what I mean, you gotta put a belt on, you got, you know what I mean, you know, get this train while it's running, and it just went flat.
And I'll be honest with you, y'all talking about Money in the Bank. They should let LA Knight win Money in the Bank.
It should.
And
You should reward this guy,
and
dog.
challenge whoever is
You've
the
been
champion.
burying this guy. Let him win the Money in the Bank.
That's who should actually win.
You know what? I'm not opposed to that, guys. I'm not opposed to that.
Okay, Barz, isn't there one thing that we're not considering here is we just came off of a Mania where we had a face versus face Mania, which was the main event for WrestleMania. So why are we so quick to want to turn around and do that again for SummerSlam? Okay, my point being, I did hear you mention Cody, but my question is, do we not remember that Monday, the face-off between Cody and Punk, which kind of makes me think that that's going to be the next mega main event that they're going to have for Cody.
That's definitely what the next match. That's definitely the next match.
I'm thinking that might be the SummerSlam match, because that's not going to be a regular pay-per-view. That's going to be set for one of the prime time ones.
It is.
So Punk versus
I think that's SummerSlam. I think CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes for the title.
Just give me 1 second. That's something that we can all sink our teeth into at SummerSlam, especially if it's going to be a 2-night event again.
Absolutely.
So that's why I'm saying, if we're going to get that, I don't think we'll see a face Roman versus a face Oba as well. Because now we're not capitalizing off of giving a heel a chance here. And that's something that we have to do, especially if you're going to give Oba a chance. You've got to make the champion that he's going up against.
Well, I think Roman's trying his hardest to be a heel.
Okay, just let me finish, please. So that's the reason why I think SummerSlam is a bit too soon for Oba. Not that he's not hot, not that the people aren't feeling him, but it's just the way WWE is kind of lined up at this point. Now, I can see a few months after, hey, Oba's coming. Everyone knows his open challenge is over. He's focused on the title. You can work toward that. But I also think you're going to have a heel probably hold the title, or at least make Roman look invincible by then. You're not going to make him look invincible by the time SummerSlam rolls by. It's just too quick.
Yeah.
That makes fucking perfect.
So who would you have Roman face at SummerSlam then?
Right now, I'd be looking at a guy like Gunther. I think
No.
Gunther is kind of on a roll, and you can reestablish. And you can you may not like it, but let's be honest, Gunther is always a legit challenger. From
Like
the
it,
fact
man,
that
but
he's always shown his strength.
I got you, bro.
Everyone knows that he can go in the ring. He's an automatic top heel, as is anyway. He just came off a win off of Rollins. You continue to work into his strengths, and he is a legit contender. He doesn't
But
have
I
to
don't want
win.
to lose to Roman.
He
I
doesn't
don't
have
want to make
to
him weaker.
win, but he's a legit contender.
But you don't want to make him weaker. You don't want to make him weak.
Losing to Roman is not necessarily going to make him weak.
Can I say something as a promoter?
What would you guys think about this? Maybe it's not
hold
on him.
Hold on, Mr. Allen want to say something real quick, and then you can go ahead.
Yeah,
Sure.
as a promoter, usually you want your champion to be the strongest guy in the organization. Uba is strong as far as strength-wise and stuff, but as far as character-wise, he still has a bit to learn. So I wouldn't throw the title on him right away. I'd help, try to get him to build a little bit more on the character. Eventually, later down the line, SummerSlam would be way too early. I would be looking more towards, end of the year, beginning of next year, where I would, think about trying to put the belt on him.
Yeah, I think it might be too late, though. I think it might be too late. Like,
I mean, come
on.
He's popular, so.
I don't think it's all right. So let me say this real quick. Let me say this because I want us to move on to this next topic because this is something we could be talking about for hours. I'm gonna say this. I don't feel Ober's hot streak is going to die anytime soon. I definitely could see that. You know what I mean? And I don't see him losing to anybody anytime soon. He's going to squash a few guys. I mean, not a few, but he going to squash a lot of folks before they say, "All right, it's time." So I say for us as fans, just enjoy, you know what I'm saying, his character, let it marinate and see what it do. Now, if they decide they want to do something with her at SummerSlam, fine, cool. Let him do it. If they don't decide, I don't feel like we should get upset with it because he just got on the main roster.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely not.
Like I said, Brock Lesnar, it was 6 months. 6 months, and then they put the title on him. So let's just count the months to see how long they do it for Ober. I mean, that's all we could do. It could be a record 4 months. We don't know.
And my thing is box office wise, you can't tell me night one because they're doing 2 nights SummerSlam. One night Punk Rhodes for the WWE Championship, and then the night 2 or 1, whatever, however you want to flip it. Yeah. Oba Roman for the World Heavyweight Championship. You can't tell me that wouldn't sell.
Nah, it definitely would sell. It definitely would.
Now, the one thing
I think that's what Triple H is thinking about. But like you guys said, maybe it might be too early. But I mean, you gotta ride the wave. Like you got. I mean,
but he's different, y'all. He's a different case, y'all. He's different. He's a different. He's different.
Well, I mean, it's just going to have to see.
The one thing we got to remember too, though, we got to remember also now there is still the possibility that Gunther will be facing Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam.
Mm-hmm. That is true. I heard something like that too.
It's possible.
So, I mean, they say he made him try, but that possibility
I don't think
is still
we see
out.
Brock for the rest of the year.
The match doesn't interest me, but we might see it.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible.
My boy Austin, what's up, dog?
What's up?
Yeah, it's possible. You know what I mean? Like, we know Brock said he retired, but we don't know how official it is. And I also know Brock has some stuff going on behind the scenes too. So we gotta put that into perspective too. Like he does have some serious type of things going on. We all know what that is. So
if you're talking about, let's say, him himself, his physical being, I have heard some things, if that's what you're getting at, which is why he has to take a hiatus. If it's true that Again, I'm not his doctor, but I have heard his diverticulitis has returned in some form, so he needs to take care of his
Yes.
health first and
Yeah,
foremost.
absolutely.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
let me ask you guys for as far as the booking thing. Like, so Gunther, I mean, does Gunther have anything to do right now?
Well, I haven't seen him on TV for months, so.
Or can he ruin Trick Williams' party
Shoot, it's
a little
been
bit?
2 weeks.
Would you put him in an angle with Trick Williams?
I don't know.
No.
They're not on the same show.
To ruin his party with Lil Yachty, and then here comes dun 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 dun, and then all of a sudden shit get real, because are we gonna keep doing this with Sammy? We gonna keep doing this? I mean, you
Some
know,
respect on Sammy's name.
You know what?
Ah, see.
You know what though?
Come on, man.
And
If
no, come
Brian
on, man.
is-
Hear me out. You want to know what happened with Sammy? And this is a legit thing. There's a curse of being too good.
You should be
This
a
is
heel.
the same curse. This is the same curse that affected Dolph Ziggler and the same one that's affecting Finn Balor. They're so good in the ring at getting other people over that the WWE sees them as star makers, and they can only hope that they get the chance to
That makes yo, bro, that makes some sense right there.
That's a bar, because they do that.
What's that again? What is that?
Charlotte Flair. There's a lot of
That's a bar right there, bro. Cause
Finn Balor,
he
yep.
definitely be putting people over back. Like Dolph was doing it a lot, and so was Finn.
Dolph Ziggler, yep. The Miz does it a lot.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You can be too good in the ring, but not have the size that they look for to be a consummate champ. It's not to say that you won't be given a chance with the belt. It's not to say that you won't be given a chance with the belt. But let's be honest, when you look at the history of WWE champions, they tend to be bigger in stature than those guys.
I mean, you only had Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart, back in the day. You had them guys.
But how many people are we talking? Bret and Shawn, compared to how many other guys?
I mean, you had Daniel Bryan. You had
three.
Yeah, I mean, there's some little people that have
thousands, but we're talking 3 out of thousands, and you're looking at exceptions as opposed to the rule.
I mean, look who has the titles right now: Roman, big dude, Trick. I mean, he like 6'4". You look at
he's a big guy, Paul.
Yeah, a lot of big people. I mean, but
all I'm saying is put some respect on Sammy's name.
And if you are small, you got your mic work got to be crazy, your ring work got to be crazy, and I mean, you just got to gravitate. I mean, it's
true.
I mean,
I don't.
Finn Balor could be.
I don't get the Sammy hate. I really don't. Maybe this is not computing on me.
He's alright. I like him as a heel. I like him as a heel.
I think most. I don't want to make him a world champion, man. I don't think he's world champion anymore.
I get people be like, oh, his character this, and he complains this, but like, if you look at it, like, let's be honest. Let's look good logically. Not just logically. If you look at it, you got to the title, right? You fought your ass off against their top guy, Then you were supposed to get the check. Well, actually, at the last 2 championships, I can't forget the Gunther reign. You fought for the championships the last time, and you fought your hardest, right? And people don't want to say this. People want to look. They want to look at it because it's not their guy or it's not their particular person. Now, me, even though I've been a Sammy fan and for this career, you look at it like as much as time as you fought out. This was so telling to me that I think that Ariel Helwani interview. He said it, but he didn't say it in a way because he didn't want nobody to feel some type of way. And this is where I'm now. I'm flying now. Watch where I fly to. He said, "I would I would love to be the guy, but apparently people like me don't get the opportunity to be that guy, even if I was in that position.
Mm-hmm.
So then you gotta go to the, I know a lot of Fed fans don't like this name, but like the stuff that Karrion Kross was saying was absolutely true, absolutely true. But people didn't want to. People didn't want to listen to that. Oh, they say, hey, you get over with merch. Hey, you get over with the crowd. You get over with this and that. And then when you have all that stuff, they're like, nah, we don't want you. We don't want you. We don't care how many people change. We want Cross. The stuff he was saying about Sammy, kind of right. Kind of right. Matter of fact, it was right.
I was gonna
Absolutely right.
the reason I was gonna just
And
real
the
quick
people been turning.
what
Yeah.
Karrion Kross. And you look at Triple H, he cut Karrion Kross and Scarlett, right? And then he just cut
Thank you,
Melina
TKO.
and Alistair. Cut the Wyatt Six. Cause you know why? They're trying to go to like that UFC real base. So they don't like the sci-fi channel. You know what I mean? When really, like, for us, like, as a, just watching it, like, dog, I like some of that shit. I really don't. I mean, if you're gonna do UFC with all these
But
stamps on the
then why
ring,
you then you answer your own question, man. But why would you let go a person that can do that style, that UFC
TKO,
style,
why?
and Karrion Kross? Then why would you bring him over to UFC then?
I would
if
take
that's the
I would
case.
take Karrion Kross and Scarlett over Zelina Vega and fucking Alistair Black all day.
This is what I'm saying about the Sammy part. This is about the Sammy part. Like, he was calling out what Sammy really was, and then what we seeing with Trick Williams. We're seeing this side like he's like, oh, I'm not the bad guy. I'm really not the bad guy. But Karrion Kross call it out before anybody else.
They want I Show Speed and Jelly Roll.
He called it out for what it is. He said, Sammy, I know what you are.
I'm trying to love the product, but the product is starting to get me like, come on, man, what are we doing?
It's too many damn celebrities, man. You got Roly Poly out there doing
He
the crazy
said Roly Poly.
I mean, with TKO, what do you expect?
But all right, so before we go on to the next topic, right? I do want to say this, and somebody just pointed out, I Show Speed definitely was putting in work though. He was training. I ain't going
100%.
He definitely was working. You know, another person that's working too. Even though as of right now, I don't see what his place in wrestling would be. Lil Yachty's putting in work. He's trying to earn his spot.
manager.
You know who Lil Yachty is? The same boy that Swerve got. Swerve.
Yeah,
He's the same bull.
Don't do that.
I knew I wasn't
He's the same bull.
But guess what? Prince Nana used to wrestle though. Prince Nana was a wrestler at one point.
I mean, but come on, man. I mean, it's just the same kind of like vibe. Like, whoop that trick. Now he gotta do the whole thing. Like,
I know what you're comparing it to. But
yeah, I know. I've heard the comparison a few times.
I pointed it out. Yeah.
Yeah, so
but I can tolerate it.
Yeah,
I mean, it's Lil Yachty. It's Lil Yachty.
I think he's done well so far.
Yeah, I think he did all right. He did all right.
I think to be honest, like first the celebrity reign though, like I don't have a problem with Speed. I think he really did good. I know he's been training. I know that Jelly Roll's been training. I know like Yachty, he's like a legit fan, so I know he wanted to be in part of it. The thing
I don't have a problem with it at all, but they're just getting like a lot of camera time versus
Trick wanted to work with him. He stated that months ago.
Yeah, for sure. That's what I see. Like you bring the thing about celebrities, I don't, especially in a comedy and in wrestling in general, I don't have a problem with it. It's just like you put in the work. I can't hate on that. I used to be one of those guys like in wrestling where I hate a celebrity coming in wrestling because they be here about a minute and then they leave. But then if you go into like links to train and like you want this shit, I can't help you not respect you not wanting it. That's what I learned recently. I learned like that shit. Like when I remember when Jay came into AEW at the time when I was over there and shit, and like Shakir was training at the factory and shit, and like and it was all that shit. And at first I didn't like that shit, but
I mean,
then I was
I
like,
came in the era when Mike Tyson came in, and so I mean, celebrities that's gonna happen. It's
oh yeah, for
just
sure.
when they taking too much time, when we put in too much time, and that's Triple H. He's listening to too much social media, bro.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you this. We talking about we talking about eras, right? I think I can speak for Boombox, and maybe I don't know who else in here is in my age bracket, but
I'm
I
about
can't.
40. I'm about 40. I'm 40.
Okay,
I'm
all right. So
34. I'm
OJ, so
34.
we in the same vicinity, right? So I
Yeah.
remember the era when we had Wendy Richter and we had what's his face with the crazy glasses, and she was walking
now
to
you
the
going
ring
too
with.
way
Yeah, well, I remember that. I remember that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's way better.
And we talking about what's the girl? She had the crazy. The girls just want to have fun. What's her name again? Cindy Lauper. I remember that.
Cindy Lauper.
Bro, Grim Fade taking the words out of my mouth.
Boss.
So could you imagine if there was social media back in those MTV days?
Oh, it'd be totally different.
Yeah, totally.
It'd be crazy.
Man,
You'll
back when
have
they
the
had
ice show
Pee Wee
speeds,
Herman,
you'll have the
Three
jelly
Stooges,
rolls,
Hugh
you'll have the
Jackman,
Bad Bunnies.
Muppets, they
To
had
the panel,
Shaq.
we all have to remember one thing about the celebrities, and that's that we mostly see them only when it's around WrestleMania season. It's part of the WrestleMania attraction. It's part of the
if you don't have that one figure that's like drawn eyes, then like man, it's just gonna be mediocre.
This is not something that started with Triple H. Okay, this is once we enter from the Royal Rumble up to WrestleMania, we are going to see celebrities. It's a non-stop thing we see every single year. It's just about how long are these celebrities going to be sticking around? You know what, Jelly Roll?
I don't want you to go Jelly Roll.
You made your appearance.
And credit to them.
But I really
Credit to
don't
them
need
because
to see
they
him going. Let me finish, please. But we really don't need to see you going from here on out. You know, I Show Speed, tremendous showing. Thank you. I don't think you're looking to stick around long term. So, you know, if you want to make a sporadic appearances, great. But I don't need to see you each and every week. Somebody like Logan Paul that was truly dedicated to it, that's why it stuck. It was a natural. He was a natural fit. At first, we looked at him as an outsider, but we said, man, this guy's got talent. And he's continued to take an interest in the industry. So we accepted him. So it just goes to show there's a difference between those that are in it for the dollars and those that are in it for the love of the industry. And that's something that we can kind of see, you know, from the amount of effort and their amount of athleticism as they go on.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All
Right. Over time,
but do anybody really want to see Jelly Roll, man? I really want to see no more Jelly Roll. I'm done with you. I'm done.
Well, I mean, to end off this part of the conversation, I'm gonna just say this: Jelly Roll did say that he don't belong in the WWE wrestling ring. He already said that. He said that he spoke on his behalf and he spoke on Pat McAfee's behalf. So they already confirmed that.
That's another motherfucker right there.
Yeah.
Pat McAfee's not bad, y'all. He's not bad when he was doing it. He wasn't bad.
Well, I will say this: Pat McAfee does have a wrestling background. He does have a little bit of wrestling background because he wrestled years ago. He did say that. He did confirm that. So, you know what I mean? A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't know that Pat McAfee
But come on, Jelly Roll with that elbow, man. With that weak ass elbow.
You talking about the shit with Adam Cole and all that?
No. I'm talking about before that. He was on the Indies. Look it up.
Pat
McAfee?
Yeah, he was in OVW, yeah.
Oh yeah, he was. I forgot about that.
Yeah. Trained by Rip Rogers.
Yep.
The Hustler.
He was on the Indies.
Yeah.
Look it up. Yeah, look it up. You'll see it.
So we gonna let this guy come in, and then we just people that
I'm gonna see him in the
actually.
Hall of Fame. He gonna be in the Hall of Fame, just like with
Who,
Jelly
Pat
Roll.
McAfee?
Yes.
Oh,
The
don't
best. The
do
best.
that. Don't do that.
Dude,
I
look,
don't know, man. Drew
our
Carey's in the Hall of
president,
Fame, y'all.
our
Drew
damn
Carey.
president,
And
Orange
you know what's
Face is in the
crazy?
Hall of
You know
Fame.
what's
So,
crazy? Because I could see it. I could see it now.
like literally, our Orange Punk in office, he's in the
Dennis
Hall of
Rodman
Fame.
got
So,
to the Dennis Rodman. He gonna be Pat. Yep.
I mean, you
Hall of
got Drew
Fame.
Carey in the
Hold
Hall
on,
of Fame,
it's
man.
hard.
Drew
It's hard
freaking
for me to
Carey.
listen to y'all and have y'all
Yes.
have you guys put
Snoop
Pat
Dogg in the
McAfee into that
WWE Hall of
category.
Fame.
Hold on, it's hard for me to listen to y'all put Pat McAfee in that category because the guy is an outstanding commentator. Okay, so it's not like he's disappeared.
Phenomenal.
It's not like he's disappeared from us. We see him every if not all the time, but a majority of the time we're hearing him around the industry. So this is a guy that shows he has a passion for wrestling itself. Okay, so now whether he's in the ring is another thing, but yes, eventually he will be a Hall of Famer, but he's not a Dennis Rodman. Okay, we're not going to do that.
He's not a Dennis Rodman. He's not here. Well, I mean, Dennis Rodman didn't commentate. My fault.
at this point, it wouldn't surprise me.
It wouldn't surprise me.
But come on, y'all. Jelly Roll, man. Do y'all want Jelly Roll in the Hall of Fame? I don't.
No, come on, don't. I mean,
But
dog,
wait a
Eric's-
minute.
If you're gonna
Who
put
said
him in the
anything
Hall
about
of
J.
Fame,
Rowe being in the Hall of Fame? Who said anything about J. Rowe being in the Hall of
Eric
Fame?
Snow and
That's
Aaron
wrong,
McKee in the Basketball Hall of Fame.
It
Then
won't be shocking. It won't be shocking. You got Drew Carey in there, man. You got Drew Carey and Pete Rose in the Hall of Fame.
yo, that's crazy work.
Yeah, we definitely did see that.
Pete Rose actually deserves to be in, though. If you saw his work with Kane from back in the day, that was classic stuff.
Yeah, it was funny.
Man, Kane
Come on, Drew
tortured
Carey,
that
man.
poor
Come on,
man.
man. Drew Carey.
What are we doing?
We gonna put Snooki in the Hall of Fame. Snooki, she'll go to the Hall of Fame.
Oh
too.
yeah. Oh my God, you
So
right.
Exhausted
Is she in it?
Exhausted just pointed out that Cyndi Lauper's not in the Hall of Fame. Is that true?
And that's a damn shame.
She has to be.
Yeah.
She was already
Yeah,
in
I don't
there.
believe she is.
WrestleMania 1.
Wendy Richter is in, but I don't think Cyndi Lauper's in.
She's not in there.
I mean, that's why they have that's why they have a celebrity wing.
Her uncle's in the Hall of Fame. Her uncle's in the Hall of Fame.
Cyndi Lauper was never in WrestleMania. She did that Brawl for All where Cyndi Lauper took on Fabulous Moolah, and then a couple of matches after that, and that's the last you saw of her.
Wow.
That should put you in the Hall of Fame right there.
She declined it.
But she's part of history, y'all. She's part of the golden years.
Part of history.
WWF.
Wow, I didn't
The
know
World
that.
Wrestling Federation.
Was that
Some people have declined it.
Wow.
Some people have declined it.
Yo,
And
whoever
they've
brought
had
that
their
up,
reasons.
that's crazy. I thought she
Yeah.
was in there.
I didn't know that. I don't. Well, let's
You know what
move
makes it
on.
worse? Donald Trump's in the Hall of Fame.
Well,
Hey, go
yeah,
ahead, Barz. Go
yeah.
ahead, go ahead.
Now I want to before we go to this next one, right? I wanted to get at Mr. Allen's what he put in the comments. So did anybody see the video that's trending right now? It's an AI generated video though.
So you gotta be careful with them Jones.
Yeah, it's an AI generated video of Obafemi hemming up Donald Trump. Did y'all see that?
Oh my God, no, I did not.
No, I didn't see that.
Nope.
That would be awesome in real life.
Nah, it's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. Mr. Allen shared it with me. I was cracking up. I was like,
Him
"What?"
his ass up.
He's hemming him up at one of the inaugural dinners. That's what it. That's where he's hemming him up at.
Oh, that'll be sick. That would be sick.
Anything regarding Oba political related, I have not seen.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah,
nah.
that
But
would
you
be
know
sick,
why?
bro.
But you know why it's funny, and Mr. Allen already would know because we spoke about this a few weeks ago. It's funny because if you go into Obafemi's political history, he didn't say he is, but people are leaning towards him being like a Republican. You know what I'm saying? Or a Trump supporter because he has he certain people that he catches inspirations from is like a Joe Rogan or Elon Musk. You know what I'm saying? Which a few weeks ago we had this discussion about, inspirations and wrestlers and stuff like that. and a lot of people were trying to shy away from Oba because of that.
Take a shower.
But
I wish you
honestly
didn't tell me that,
speaking,
man. Ugh.
but honestly speaking, I don't think it's a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody, like I said before, and we're gonna move on, right? If you guys were Trump supporters, I wouldn't care. Okay, I wouldn't care because at the end, because just because you're a Trump supporter don't make you a bad person. There might be some things that Trump do that you agree with. Just because I disagree with things that he do doesn't mean you have to, but that don't make you a bad person neither. You know what I mean? Now I'm not saying that's what his political standings were, but I'm just saying people assume that because of the people that he catches inspiration from. And it was like this whole
one thing
big
he did right in his
conversation
first term. The one thing he did right in his first term is leave the gas prices alone.
Well, now they ain't looking they looking real crazy right now, real spooky right now.
Nasty. They looking nasty.
Yeah.
Not my name for sure.
Feel better.
Yeah. But
I think we need to get back to
wanted
wrestling.
to
What's in that topic, Barz?
Yeah, so I wanted to talk about the firing of the 20 wrestlers in WWE. That is crazy. Let me ask y'all this, and any of y'all could probably answer. Is this like the highest highest amount of releases that has came out for this year?
No.
No.
No, it's been worse than that. Remember 2020? Was it 2020? 2021, I think?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, like 113.
Yeah, right after
They
COVID.
released
like
it. It wasn't just
Yeah, quite a
superstars.
few.
It was just personnel. It was over 100 people.
Personnel, but it's a lot of superstars, man. It was a lot of talent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was. Yeah. I think it was like 113 people, if I remember
And Swerve was
correctly.
part of that. Swerve was part of that. Them
Yeah,
names.
Swerve definitely was a part of that. He definitely was a part of that.
Actually, it wasn't. It was either over 100 or it was like I don't ask me how I remember the number. It was like 83 or 84 or something. But yeah, man,
It was something like that. I know it was 100 though. I thought it was 100. Sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, I was just like, seeing that, 20 wrestlers got released, it gave a lot of mixed feelings as far as a lot of people, because on one end you had people saying that, well, it's good because now they actually get to work after their 90-day clause. On the other end, you say it was bad because now they're out of a job. So you know what I'm saying? So it was just a lot of back and forth going on within the IWC. I do know for sure though, like once that 90 days go up, there's gonna be a lot of open doors for a few of them guys, like especially Motor City Machine Guns. They're probably gonna go to AEW.
Hey, Bars.
Huh?
Just to let you know, I heard something about them. Their contracts actually expired. They weren't really technically released, so they don't have that 90-day clause.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's good for them then. So then they could go and show out at any time. So yeah, cause all right, so you got a point there, Mr. Allen, because when I was listening to Ango's show, I heard that he basically said that they got released, or was it had to be Ango, Busted Open, or JD, one of them three, right? What was said was that they had a 3-year contract and they were released early. That's what I heard. They had a 3-year contract.
I've heard different. Yeah, I heard from several sources, and a couple of them are actually WWE employees that their contracts actually did expire. So I'm hoping it's the truth, because I'd like to see them back work as soon as possible.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they would do good in AEW. You know what I mean? I would like to see.
Barz, I'm out the panel, man. Y'all be safe, man.
Yeah, take care, man.
All right,
Thanks for
man.
coming
Yeah,
on,
man.
man.
I appreciate the ring talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no doubt, man.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Don't be a stranger, man.
Hey, before I leave, Dallas sucks.
Oh, this guy. this guy.
Yes, sir.
This guy.
Go Birds. Go
This
Birds.
guy. This guy.
No
This
birds
guy.
in the
I'm
building,
blocking
yes,
you,
sir.
man. I'm
No,
blocking you, bro.
I got you with the follow. Don't block me now. I got you with the follow. Don't do me like that. But Dallas stink.
Nah,
All
man.
right,
It's cool.
I'm gonna leave y'all niggas alone, man. Y'all be safe out here. You heard?
You too, man. You too, man. Take
Said
care.
Dallas stink.
Yeah, I had to leave on that accord. All right, y'all be safe. Y'all have a good
All right,
night,
man.
man.
Take care, bro. Take care.
Appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
All right, 100.
Yeah. Now, yeah, but that's what I heard, and I could picture them doing great in AEW, man. They could wrestle. They could have a classic banger with FTR, the Bucks.
Just say this.
Huh?
I just want to say this right quick. I know you're on your thing, Barz. I don't want to interrupt, but I just got to say this. I pretty much have on the thing of like, okay, you're released or your contract expires, right? To most of them, right? To most of the person like a Selena Vega, a Aleister Black, a Kairi Sane, you know, all those people who, you know, they've been working, they've been doing anything, like, you know, they're commodity. And apparently that wasn't a cut. They wasn't. You know what's weird? I saw a video on Roman Reigns' page, and he was talking about like if you're valuable, they never could get rid of you and shit. And it happened just like after the releases. That shit was weird. I ain't gonna lie. That's the weird timing. I just wanted to point that out. No, I feel bad for the kids who like the Tower Maze and all those LSG kids and shit. And normally I don't feel bad for them because, you know, they'll probably bounce back and whatever, right? But most of them probably didn't even get to like, you know, sink their teeth into like that new. Sometimes some of them are like new to it and like getting to it.
They're like plucked right out of high school or like college, like sports, right? For the most part.
Yeah, and it like the most person like that I thought that if like maybe because it was like who she was with, she did a match with Ethan Page and Chelsea, right? And as a worker, Dylan Corey can probably say to this, but I thought she got on good to like. She kept up with them. She did her thing. She has character. It just needs to be funneled the right way. And then the rest of those people, like I've never seen. I ain't gonna lie, I've only seen like bits and pieces of some of them. But Tyra May was like, I watched a podcast with her, and I never seen her before, so I never knew if she had personality or whatever, right? But I only seen one match with her. I only seen one podcast with her, and I was just like, she's got character. It's just she needs time to develop and season. That's what most of them like. That's the thing in wrestling. Like you need at least. I think at least 6 months to a year, or at least 2 years to at least see if you're good or if you can transition to something. Like it's something there with her. I don't know everybody else on that list because I never seen them. I can lie and be like, yeah, I watch LSG. I don't watch LSG. I watch a lot of
I've
promotions.
seen it, and I mean that's not a good look, man. Your first
I need
winner
to
got
watch it.
released. Your first winner
Yeah,
of
I
LSG got
can lie and
released.
say I do, but I don't. I
Hold
only know
on,
that one girl.
That's not a good sign for the show if your first winner like gets fired.
Hold
It's
on.
terrible.
I'm gonna go.
Didn't
I'm
that
gonna go
happen
a
with
different
Tough
way
Enough
on
too?
this one, guys. I'm gonna go a different way on this one because I think you're looking at it as well. She won, so now she's released. So it's not a good look on the show because it shows she didn't have it. I'm gonna go a different way, and here's why. A lot of times in wrestling, you can just be stuck within the WWE, only knowing the WWE system, so you don't really grow that much of a wrestler. Sometimes the best thing that can happen to you is that they do release you because you know they're going to keep their eyes on you from afar. If you're serious about this industry, go get worldly. Go do some indies. Go do a tour overseas. Go build your craft. So by the time that they're ready to look at you again, you're more well-rounded. You know different styles. You might have established your own character. Give them something other than just a clean board. Let them see something that you were able to develop about yourself that they can now work with.
Yeah, I
Okay,
agree.
that is one of the
I
best
agree.
things that you can do for them.
That's
Is
why I
say,
said.
hey, I can come in as something for you to work with, as opposed for you always having to work with a clean slate and trying to mold me. You know what? If I give you something to work with, you're kind of tipping the scales in your favor. So it's
Nah,
not
it makes
all
sense.
bad that all these people got released. It's
It
not
just
all bad.
it just feels like a waste of time though for the people who watch the show. They wanted to see this person on their screens a lot more than what than just seeing them. It's like with Tough Enough back in the day. People watched Tough Enough, and do you remember half the people who stuck around on that show anymore? It feels like it's kind of a one shot, they're done kind of deal. Because
There's a big
WWE's
difference.
track record for their developmental shows like Tough Enough and LFG is kind of perceived as like one stop, nothing else. That's it. You learn the WWE style and then you get kicked out.
Most of Tough Enough
Well, check this out. Check this
show.
out. Check this out. Then I'll let y'all go. So check this out, right? We talked about viability, right? So all right. So something was brought to my attention, you know, in my DMs with one wrestler, right? And the Key Alliance. She's been getting a lot of heat for still being on the roster as a wrestler when they feel like she hasn't really done much of anything, right? So let me put y'all up on game, right? Nakia Lyons might not be the tippity top of professional wrestlers, right? But the woman has garnered 1 million followers on her own, by herself. Not manufactured WWE. She got 1 million followers by herself. What wrestlers do we know that got 1 million followers in the WWE? John Cena, The Rock. Who else? Can somebody name a few other
Roman.
Huh?
Andy Rose. Yeah, Roman.
Roman.
People like that.
I don't follow their follower counts like that.
Yeah,
I don't follow no people on Instagram.
The point that he's making is there's a reason why these people stick. It's because they're
She's
bringing
popular.
eyes, which is what the industry is based on.
Exactly. So
I think that.
Hold on. I got you.
My
So
bad.
when you so when people are shooting them down and saying that they don't belong in wrestling, period, you gotta think about the other aspects that they're bringing to the table besides the wrestling. Now she might not be bringing she might not be winning matches on the wrestling ring, but she's winning matches as far as that monetization. Because she got 1 million followers and counting, and then she's still bringing in content. Like I ain't gonna front. I like what Nakia Lyons is doing. I'm a supporter. I do think she's a phenomenal athlete. Does her wrestling need work? Of course. You know what I mean? But that's in due time. We're not gonna act like the woman don't know how to wrestle. She does know how to wrestle. But the problem is people have not gotten used to her character because her character seems like I don't know, like stuck up or kind of snobby or whatever. But I'm a hip hop guy, so everybody knows that with me. I'm a hip hop guy. So
Yeah, I think I know what the main issue is. She started out in NXT like back in 2021, right? Like all the way back in NXT, and then she got shoved down to like I think it was LFG or the other one. They have two of them. I think it was Evolve.
You mean Evolve, not
So
LG, Evolve.
people Evolve. They shoved her down to Evolve, and it felt like they were kind of just like putting her on the back burner, and she never really had a chance to really make it with the main audience. Because NXT was where you make your name when you want to make it to the main roster.
Can I jump in? Can I chime?
Go ahead, bro.
All right, so I'm gonna work backwards with what we just talked about and then what I was trying to say earlier. With Nakia Lyons, you gotta understand she was a thick woman when she first came in. The fact that she chose the transition of being like a slim doll, that's automatically making the company know, like, hey, you know what? She's committed to this. She's pushing this. So now we got to rebrand her. That's one of the reasons why she fell to the smaller thing, because they want to see her lose the weight so they can build her up from the look that they think that she should be, quote unquote. So that's that with that situation. Second, when you was talking about all the people that got released out from LSG, it's not like how it was back in the day with the whole first NXT thing. We have a public market of wrestling promotions that's affiliated with WWE. So I won't be surprised if these guys took like a one or 2 month hiatus and then all of a sudden say, all right, I'm ready to go to some of these promotions that's connected with WWE or AEW and start running the fishes. Like that's what it is. And me personally, as an independent wrestler, and I'm talking a little bitter because I had a very crazy 24 hours, so I might vent a little bit. These motherfuckers should not be in my plane. They're taking food off my table by the fact that they got this publicity of WWE, knowing that damn well most of these motherfuckers weren't being looked at. They're technically the same level as me right now, but because they have a TV appearance, they're more likely to get on the card that I should be on. And that right there, that fucking pisses me off. But at the same time, that makes me gotta work harder and start putting shit out to make myself known. So I'm not gonna just be that crying little bitch. I'm gonna be that one that's gonna call a spade, and I'm just saying, okay, since they're out now, if they're gonna try to come into my waters, I'm the motherfucking shark. I'm gonna figure out a way to get it done, and I'm gonna be in that same card with them, or I'm gonna be in the card
Real
that they
shit. Real shit.
To be fair,
Yeah.
they gotta be training. After WWE, they gotta train in a different style because WWE style is different from the indie scene. So even if they're out there, you gotta know that they're gonna be like not that good.
So
you know,
they're
just gonna be like audience fare.
Wait a minute.
Unless they
hold
lock
on,
in and actually train and put some effort into it, they're
No, I
not really
got
gonna
you.
get over.
No, I actually got you on this. So here's the one thing that people didn't pay attention to: Evolve and LSG. LSG was giving you the rubric foundation, while Evolve was giving you the closest thing you can get to an indie wrestling without taking over, while still maintaining a WWE platform and format. So these guys are going to be able to keep up more than people think, because that level of wrestling is the closest thing you're going to get to an independent scene when it comes to, all right, this is the kind of style, this is what they're going to do, this and that, third. Now, granted, how they stress themselves longevity when they got multiple bookings, that's when they're going to have to learn the hard way how to get it done.
And don't forget about TNA, y'all. TNA's like another promotion.
Quick question. First of all, I'm sure some of the guys on the panel, maybe this is news to some of you, but do you guys know that there is a such thing as the WWE Independent Championship?
Yeah, it's the ID promotion.
Which I don't even know what that looks like.
See, no,
too many of those.
This is their affiliation with a lot of the independent promotions out there that they are have an affiliation with. And Grim, if you're on, I just have a quick question for you. Admittedly, I don't know how old you are, but I just want to know if you're familiar with this name. Grim, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Do you know who Kenny King is?
No, I do not. I'm afraid. No.
Okay.
Remember that name?
Because I heard you mention.
I was just with him at WrestleMania.
You talked about Tough Enough early, and people not what happens to the people on the show. Kenny King is a good example of somebody who was a success story without the WWE. Okay, he was on the very original Tough Enough, the one that Maven won. Okay, and he never got a real chance in the WWE. They gave it to Maven, he didn't win, but Kenny King went on to have success around independence, especially in ROH. Okay, Ring of Honor, that was his peak, if you want to say, and he was a wrestler for many, many, many years. So the point I'm being,
he was in TNA too.
He was in TNA. You're absolutely right.
In ROH.
And the point that I'm bringing up is, it's not always a bad thing. It's not like the WWE may be the top of the pyramid per se, but it's not the only bite that you have to take. That you can make a solid living by building your own self and making your own brand, your own name. If you're able to do so, there's promotions that you're able to do this with. So don't think that just because somebody didn't make it on one of their contestant shows, that's the end of the line. It certainly isn't.
Yeah, definitely. I believe
my
that's
point
true
of view
too.
is just. Well, my point of view is just like WWE has a history of hazing their wrestlers when they're in those types of shows. So I wouldn't be surprised if they don't even want to participate in wrestling anymore because of the stuff that happens off camera. So
Yeah.
that's my thing. Because Daniel Puder, you already saw that on TV. That dude got beat up because he decided to stop letting them bully him around, and then he got beat up on Royal Rumble because he decided to, take liberties with Kurt Angle in the ring.
Yeah,
So-
I was gonna bring that point up.
I
Most of
don't-
these
I don't- that's
releases,
why-
they might take a break from wrestling in general.
That's
like,
why I don't
for
trust
now, yeah.
it. That's why I don't trust that they'll come back from this for the most part, unless they actually have a drive for it. Unless they take what WWE gave them and put forward something better than what they got, I don't see them making it out of here. I hope they can.
So is what you're saying is they just don't have the personal drive or the personal
No,
interest in the
I'm saying
industry
I
to
don't
build
know if they
themselves?
have the personal drive. I think that with giving WWE's track record, I wouldn't be surprised if they just give up on wrestling because of how they treated them in their developmental scene. Because like WWE, like it or not, is the main wrestling thing in America, right? So if they see WWE treating them a certain way, they're gonna think that's it for every piece of wrestling because that's the big one, that's the cream of the crop. And I wouldn't be surprised if they don't like that, because you gotta remember, these are kids coming out of like high school and college. This is their first experience with wrestling for the most part in WWID and LFG and that. So they might not like it. They might think it's just a pile of crap and not participate anymore, and you might be losing out on some potential talent because of that.
All right, so let me ask you all this. What's the name of the girl that recently quit wrestling after she was laid off by WWE, who was part of NXT? She didn't really get much. She didn't really get much TV time, but she was often on. I forgot her name. She was like a soccer player. She was like
Nix. Her name was Nix.
Nix. Yeah. So she quit wrestling altogether. She said she ain't coming back
Jasmine
to
Nix?
I think it was Jasmine Nix. Yeah.
Jasmine Nix was the third member of
Oh,
that
I
group.
forgot she played soccer.
She was part of Fatal Influence. She was
Yep, there you go.
she was part of the original Fatal Influence before they started, dabbling with girls back and forth. She was part of the original one, and they let her go. You know what I mean? And then she basically said that that she's not going to deal with wrestling no more, that she's done. And then she started getting on podcasts and telling people what her income was as far as being a WWE wrestler. And, she was just going in, saying what she was getting paid and whatnot. She said she was like at the lower of the low end as far as making money. And I don't even know how much of that was true as far as her
35
being,
to 45K a year.
huh?
35
Really?
to the range of 45K a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
what
can't
get.
survive. You can't survive off of
In
that.
effect,
Actually,
you have to understand. In effect,
you
you're
can.
training. You're not a top star. You're training. It's like working entry level for a job. That's all it is. I don't understand people thinking that they're gonna walk into the business and necessarily think they're gonna make 200,000-300,000 off the rip. That's rare.
I think realistically, some people are.
Yeah, it kind of sounded like she had that early on entitled mindset.
Yeah,
No.
Realistic. This is a job.
Wait,
for you.
Boom. Hold on, Boom. I don't think that's the case, because I remember I had a time to talk to Leo Rush and Patrick Clark at one point. And they saying they weren't expecting him. It was more of awakening, because you got to look at it like this. You can survive off of 45K a year. You want to know how I know? Because I'm doing that shit right now. I'm working 2.5 jobs plus wrestling just to get right under 50K. So it is possible. It's just the fact that what people don't understand, you becoming an independent contractor is a way you learning the business. And if you can't handle that situation, then in that aspect, you cannot handle the lifestyle of being in a wrestling. Because nobody's literally getting paid as a W-2 employee. That's the one thing that everybody's getting a transition to learn. There's even veterans that's been wrestling for years, and the first thing they said was, even David Otunga, prime example, he said he's so used to a W-2 to where he just drops off his shit and keep it moving. When he got full time with them, he had a rude awakening to learn all these different transitions. to where now you have to budget yourself and priority what you need for yourself to get to the next level. There's people out here that say once you do something that you love, they're thinking that, okay, I'm good and I can just get paid and I'm great. That's not the case anymore. Actually, it was never the case. That was the illusion. Once you get your bread, it's like, all right, how am I invest this shit to make sure I have a contingency plan if some bullshit happens, but also maintain me. Sorry about that. Yeah, my bad. Me getting, while a person getting the momentum to get more money or earn the right to get more money. So that's what it is. I don't think anybody wants some entitled like 200K type shit. That's people that just, think that they just the shits. But let's be honest, almost anybody over there, they all meant to get humbled from the rip.
No, Corey, what I meant was people come in with the illusion of just because they're now on NXT and on TV, they have the illusion that they're now a TV star. So they think the money automatically comes with it. And it's like, no, you're still in the learning phases. Okay, you gotta grow.
It's still developmental.
So unless you're a rare talent, I'm not going to act like it never happens. Unless you're an extremely rare talent, it's a grind. You know that.
The only ones that get away with the pay increase, in my personal opinion, are the guys who came from a different brand and started at NXT because they're already workers. They understand the pay, and either they're choosing to take a pay cut because they're pushing themselves further in the business, or they're like, "Yo, I'm gonna get my money now, and then I'm pushing, and then we go from there."
So, because I want Mr. Allen to go because he has said something to say, but I'm gonna say this. So that means that means that people like Evil got an exception because he already know what the business is all about. He came from a major promotion in New Japan, so him coming over to the United States to wrestle, that means that he's going to get a different type of pay rate because of the fact that that's Evil. So he's probably going to be one of more paid professional wrestlers on the NXT roster. Is that not
right?
Absolutely.
But here's
correct?
another thing. This is my,
Be
here's
like
my other
Stephanie
theory.
Bakir and Julia.
Wait.
Yeah.
Here's my other theory though too. Some of these other guys who came from the major brands have agents. They're doing the negotiations prior.
Right.
A lot of people that's getting these signed, they have no agent. They don't. They're naked to the business. So it's like the same thing when you start a company that you don't know about, but you want to grow in it. Since you don't have no knowledge of what's really going down, you're gonna get hustled to take the lowest bid, and you're gonna accept it because you're saying I'm gonna grow. It's the same thing with wrestling. We say it's a business. This is the business situation. So the only way you're gonna get extra pay or negotiate is by you having an agent that's willing to do the benefits back and forth. Or if you're smart enough, or not that I say smart, that's like an insult. If you're aware enough of how the backstage stuff work when it comes to negotiating contracts, that's where you come in, and now you speak your piece.
Right. Right. It makes sense. It makes sense. Mr. Allen, go ahead.
Yeah, I wanted to add on to Corey what he said. A lot of people got to realize as an independent contractor, you're only getting paid so much, but you still got to pay for flights at times, for hotels, for food, for entertainment. That all has to come out of your pocket. A lot of the promotions won't pay that. I mean, like with us, we have some big names that come in, and we pay them good, but we also tell them, you got to pay your own entertainment and food. We may pay for your lodging just so you have a place to stay, and we'll pay for your flight so you can get there and back. But that's usually pretty rare.
Like the piggyback on Mr. Smith, because hopefully we gotta get more in touch. I apologize, I've been really busy, Alan, but we'll touch base. Prime example, I decided to invest in myself and use Frontier Wild Pass. It's a program that basically is the buddy pass with restrictions. And on 24 hours before a flight that I gotta go, I can get the chance to have it for $16, $30 for my flight. They get to a location.
Oh wow, you get it pretty cheap.
Wow.
But the catch is by lottery slot, so it's not guaranteed. So I'm still paying the price for my flight. It's just figuring out how are you going to maneuver to help the promoter by saying, hey, I'm willing to fly myself. Can you just either work on paying my rate and give me a place to stay and a place to get to the venue? And I worry about flying home because with the gas prices and all this other stuff, flights are one of the biggest problems. So if you make a promoter say, hey,
I can get a flight there and home. All I just need is to give me the opportunity and a place to crash. That relieves a lot of stress from the promoter.
Yeah.
And,
I say because
technically, my bad. And technically, I ain't supposed to share this shit because there's a promoter right above my head. Technically, you want to keep that to yourself.
Yeah, the reason I said that though is a lot of people don't realize, they think that you get, paid flight, you get paid for this, you get paid for a rental car. A lot of stuff that comes out of a wrestler's own pocket, and I mean, you looking at it, technically they're making less than minimum wage.
People like to think it's a life of luxury when you're on the indie scene and shit like that. Being a wrestler is not an easy thing. I tried it for like a solid 2 years and I got my legs hurt so badly that I couldn't even continue participating in it. So like I became a commentator instead, and it's a pain in the ass. It's just not it's not an easy business to get into, and if you don't have the drive to continue at it, you're not gonna make it. You gotta have the drive to want to continue doing it. I couldn't do it because I hurt my leg so badly that if I stood up for like a week and a month, I couldn't walk. It was a pain in the ass. So like, you gotta have the drive to want to continue doing something like that. And if you don't realize that you're not gonna be like living a life of luxury like John Cena or any of the big guys, you're not gonna make it.
Exactly.
Well, let me ask you this. And we're gonna move on to the next one, right? So let me ask you this, right? Aleister Black. Should he be allowed access back to AEW, or do you guys think that what they're saying is true, and he shouldn't be allowed access back to that company after he had left the first time? What's your thoughts on it?
Can I take this one?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
I know on good accounts. Now I normally don't be saying shit like this, but this is the rare occasions that I'll say will be in the locker room. Most people that I'm on the card with at 1FW are AEW guys, and I asked them about what y'all think about him coming back. They looked at me like, you know that look, like
bro, you serious?
Shit? Yeah, bro, when I tell you that look only told me one thing, like, it was like, nah, he ain't coming back here after he done left us. Nah, like, and I will be honest, that look only tells me that I feel that Tony is not letting you back up because you left him. This is how I feel. He gives you all you want, right? You don't want to work Wednesdays, you work Saturdays. All right, whatever case, right? You ask him, it was heard that he wanted to work Ospreay. He couldn't work Ospreay because Ospreay was doing other shit, right? And he wanted to work other programs. And Sicily, you couldn't work in the parameters of which you were supposed to work in, right? Then you come back after all the stuff is happening with WWE. They were like, nah, stay over there. You wanted to go over there, stay over there, basically. And it's not like, oh, why you being so mean to him? It's like, no, we gave you all the stuff. And I think it is, and this is, I think what it is to their point is like, we gave you all the stuff that you wanted to do, and you still left us anyway. So now you want to go back and you're trying to do the Andrade thing, and you really see the importance of how AEW is. But it's like, why'd you leave in the first place type of stuff? And I also feel for their, not even just being in that locker room, I'm not even in that locker room, but people who I know there, like, you coming over here like it's just like, yeah, we'll just open the arms for you. And I think that's for any talent, like released or like go anywhere else. They want you to go over there and get your name up somewhere else, so then have Tony have a reason to bring you back. You can't just be bursting back and forth like Luca. Like, somebody told me this, and I won't say who told me, but somebody told me like Dakota Kai, aka Charlie, tried to go over there, and they was like, nah, you gotta go prove yourself other places before he lets you over here. And I think that's understandable. Because if I leave somewhere that I had it really good and I didn't know I had it really good, and I go back to that somewhere, they're like, "Nah, what you doing? You can't come back over here. Go do something else before you come back over here." You know.
Well, not for nothing. When Malachi left when Malachi came to AEW the first time, they gave him a huge push, man. They
Right.
took pieces. They took pieces from the storyline he had in WWE, and they just brought that over to AEW. The whole eye thing and all that stuff, and they just merged that joint in. So, honestly speaking, like the bouncing back and forth. Tony probably got tired of it, and the last draw probably was with Andrade. But the thing is with Andrade is that Andrade didn't leave in bad terms with the company. He just left, but he didn't leave on bad terms. You know what I mean? So
right. But at the same time, can you consider you just leaving without saying anything is a bad taste in the mouth too?
We don't know if that happened though.
I'm saying leaving a company without saying anything, isn't that still a bad look?
Yeah.
So that at the end of the day, we're not Tony Khan. We're not the locker room. Now, granted, we was told that a fraction of the locker room don't like this, but it could be a fraction of the locker room that's like this. All right, brother, you learned your lesson. Come back, and now you got to go through it. And it might go through it to where now he has to take those storylines that was there before. Now, me personally, I think some of these guys that's up there, they got better names now. They got better presence. So instead of just Aleister Black coming in like everything, like he's the dude, he has to come in and work like he's got to be on the same level as them.
Yeah.
So this is where the dynamic of if he decides to do it, that's the situation. But the one sell pitch that I think is worth something, even though people might disagree, is the fact he can bring his wife. And then now that's a really a dynamic if it's sold correctly to do like that Killer Cross dynamic. And then the fact that she can work, I think she's actually a good fit for the roster of AEW women compared to what they got now for the women at WWE.
You know what, Barz? I need to. You're gonna remember this, but when ECW was around, it had a lot of people that would be there, leave, and then come back. And one thing that Paul Heyman did that with just about each and every one of these guys that I always agreed with is once you left ECW, and I hope Tony Khan applies this as well, once you leave that company, that position you were at is now gone. It's been filled by other talent that we then had to build up. So now that you're coming back, your job is going to be to put these guys over. Okay, you had the position. You chose elsewhere. It's not that I can't bring you back, but I can't bring you back to what you once were immediately. You have to now earn that again.
Yeah.
Okay, Malachi Black was put into a top situation when he first joined AEW. That will not happen again. He'll still get recognition when he comes back.
He showed up at the beginning of the company,
it's
didn't
gonna be a
he?
big deal if he were to show up there. It would be a big deal. But I cannot put him over some of the top talents right away. Cannot be done because then you're sending a message to your roster.
Yeah. Nah, that makes sense.
Sure. It's kind of like that promo that CM Punk did with MJF, right? Where he said that you might think the grass is greener over there, but you'll be just any other guy over there to MJF, right? He'll just be any other guy in another company, and that if you come back, it won't be as easy as you thought it was going to be, right? I'm paraphrasing because I can't remember the entire promo, right? But I remember he told MJF that you can go over to WWE, you can have a good, you can be the top guy, but by the end of it, you'll just be another talent on the scene. Nobody else will, just like any other. You'll fade into the black,
Yeah.
Just like what he's doing right now.
Yeah. Basically, that's what's going on with him right now. So I'm looking on the board right here, moving along. We want Kyrie Zane. We want Kyrie Zane. So I heard a bunch of things about this. For one, I heard that that Kyrie Zane, that the fans are petitioning for her to come back. They trying to do the same thing like they did with R-Truth. I heard that. I also heard that she was that she was moving back to Japan. She wanted to go back to Japan, so that's why they gave her the early release. And I also heard, which I think Dave Meltzer reported, but I don't know how true it is. Y'all know how Meltzer be doing. I also heard that they could be bringing her back in some capacity. So where's y'all thoughts on Kairi Sane?
I don't think she should come back.
Let her do whatever it is that she needs to do. She's married, and I believe her husband's overseas. He needs to go over there, spend some time. Go ahead and do it. You know what? This is not a story of an American wrestler that can necessarily go home at any time or when they have the availability to.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you live overseas, it's harder. It's much harder.
Mm-hmm.
If her reason for wanting to go overseas is family related, or maybe she's had enough for a while, then fine, baby girl, take your time. You have earned it.
Mm-hmm.
But if she wants to keep going, and this was just one of those things that, hey, you know what, roster cuts, then as the WWE audience, if we want her back, we have to make our voices heard. We did it with R-Truth, and if we truly believe with Kairi Sane, then we have to do the same thing.
That wasn't terrible.
Like I was saying earlier, I wish for them to like do whatever their hearts desire on that entire list of releases. That was probably the most unfair one that I've seen. But if she wants to go back to Japan, and that's literally all well and good. She's been wanting that not just recently. She's been wanting that for a while, and I would want nothing more for her than to pursue that.
Yeah, Austin. You know the only thing that I didn't understand though. And I don't know who's with me on this, but only thing I didn't understand is if the WWE knew this is, let's say she wanted to go overseas, okay? Or if they knew she wanted to go overseas, or if their plan was to cut her the whole time, why not give us the her Asuka payoff on the SmackDown before Mania? Why not just give us that payoff to write her off? Why just suddenly cut the story? It just seemed really odd.
Yeah, I mean, even sometimes Escobar, man, I didn't get that one either, man. Like, what's the point?
Like at least break free, and then like that'd be like the send off. You know what I mean? Like break free from Asuka. Yeah,
Look, it might sound dumb what I'm about to say, but like, y'all heard that WWE bought Lucha Underground, right?
Yeah, I was just talking about it. That was one of the first topics of the show. Yeah.
But did they buy it? I mean,
so
are they planning to?
If they, I think, because Lucha Underground posted recently that they're coming back. They posted a whole thing on X like a week ago. So if WWE bought the rights to that, I wouldn't be surprised if half their talent that they just released is just going to be in a storyline over there. Because if I remember correctly, wasn't Kairi a part of Lucha Underground back in the day?
She was.
Was she?
It was Io Sky. It was
Io Sky, Kairi, and it was Io Sky and Kairi, and then there was one other person there. But they were a team. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't transition some of their lesser talent, which is what they probably would refer to them as, to that brand. They already are sending some of their Latino talent to AAA. I wouldn't be surprised if they try to do that with Lucha Underground. It's kind of just a new story. I wouldn't be surprised if that's what Kairi does instead. Because think about it, Lucha Underground's method of filming is they film in seasons, right? They film everything prior, so and then they release it like a TV show. Something like that for Kairi would make more sense because then she just go in, film, and then leave, and then spend the rest of her time off camera with their family. I wouldn't be surprised if that's what they transition to.
I don't think they're gonna do that today. It's gonna be. I don't think they're gonna let it be like that.
Well, check this out, because we spoke about that. So then you would agree that the whole essence of Lucha Underground has been sprinkled upon AAA and certain parts of WWE, because if you look at WWE cinematic type of screening and imagery or whatever, especially what they do with the luchadors, especially what they did with El Grande Americano, wouldn't you say that that's similar to what Lucha Underground was doing as far as their movie screenings?
It's similar, but definitely not the same. It's similar, but definitely not the same. Lucha Underground was more of a TV show first, wrestling second.
No, I know that. I'm talking about the cinematic effect. Like if you look at Lucha Underground, right, and then you look at AAA, what they do with this with the promos, the screening. Like when I'm cutting a promo, they're shooting it like in a movie epic aspect. You get what I'm saying? I don't know if you understand
Oh
the
yeah,
term.
now I get it. Now I get it. Now I get it. Now I get it. What you mean?
Because all right, I'm gonna give you another example. Like, okay, so I do graphic design, right? And I also do videography. There's certain effects that they got called movie. They got another one called epic. They got another one called mondo, and so forth and so on. If you look at what they were doing with AAA and with a Grande Americano and all that stuff that was going on when they was going to bring in the luchadors, just the whole story, right? It's the same effects that they were using in Lucha Underground. That's why I'm feeling, and I'm pretty sure others would agree, that WWE could possibly have their hands in with Lucha Underground because of stuff like that and because of the acquisition of AAA. So that's just my opinion on that.
The only reason I'd say that Lucha Underground would be good for Kyrie and some of them is because of that cinematic style. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if that's why they. I know the Wide Six is probably doing.
Hold on,
right?
Dan. Those are not app editing tools, bro. Those are actual camera settings within a app. Not editing tools. Those are actual camera settings within the app. That's why I said that, because I got like five or six other joints that's set up on my screen that I use from time to time when I'm editing my my videos for podcasting. So that's how I know that. Yeah, they're within the app.
To be fair, the Lucha Underground, AAA, all of them, they use editing tools in their show anyways. So it doesn't really matter about the whole editing tools effects because they use them anyways because they got editing tools to make their show.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that Lucha's the style that WWE's losing is especially for the luchadors is similar to what they were doing in Lucha Underground. That's the only only reference I was making. Yeah, it's in Final Cut, Mayor, but it's also in Photoshop and those other programs too. I got all of them. Trust me, I know exactly what you're talking about. I'm looking at it on my screen right now. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, but go ahead.
All I'm saying is for wrestlers like Aleister Black and the Wyatt Six and even Io Sky, and I hope to God JC Mateo, if they do own it, which is Jeff Cobb, I hope that they just do that lesser taxing schedule and just make it a TV show. You know what I mean? Because some of the wrestlers, they keep taking time off, and I think that's a good way to let them take time off. You already film most of it, and then you just air it out every season. You know what I mean? That's what they did with Lucha Underground. They film it prior, edit it, make it a whole cinematic film style show, and then they air it. I don't think WWE has the talent to do that, but if they do, then I feel like that would be the best way to handle talent that really needs more time off.
Right.
But the problem is with that, though, is the only reason WWE would do that is because of the contract for Lucha Underground. If you sign with Lucha Underground, you can't work for any other show while the season is airing. So that's the main issue with Lucha Underground. If you sign with Lucha Underground, their contract states that you cannot work for any independents, any other big shows until the show is finished airing its season.
Wow.
Lucha
I didn't know that
Underground is
one.
owned by the WWE. That wouldn't be an issue because that's going to cover everything that they're under. So that wouldn't be a factor.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know that part. That's interesting. I definitely didn't know that.
Yeah, that's why Lucha Underground was in its last couple of years because people were getting tired of not being able to get work off the show. Because
I did camera work too, Dan. I know what you're talking about, bro. I've did camera work too. You talking somebody that's done camera work for like close to 15 years, bro. I know what you're talking about, bro. I know, bro. I might not have dabbled in the industry, but I definitely have done work. You know what I'm saying? More or less for myself than anything. You know what I'm saying? I've done more graphic design. I'm doing more graphic design stuff than videography work. Because over here in Jersey, they don't be trying to pay nobody when it comes to these rappers trying to do videos. They don't be trying to pay. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't having that. I know my worth, man. So I just be like, all right, bet, and just fall back.
Yo, gang.
Hey, Barz.
Since you said what you said, would you be interested in doing a highlight clip for one of my matches that that did in Vegas?
If you send me the clip, I could put something together from it. If you send me the clip.
Yeah, it's 15 minutes long, but like all the spots are just like literally, if you condense it, it's less than a minute.
All right, so we could discuss it. Like if you DM me, I give you my number, and then we could discuss. You know what I'm saying, everything off camera and stuff, and you let me know what you want, and then we could just whatever business we could just go from there.
And I'm already on the move.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I have a stupid question about Kairi Sane because I keep getting her and Io Sky mixed up. I know one of them is married to a New Japan wrestler. Which one?
That was Io. She's married to Evil, I think, right?
Evil.
They're not married. They're not married.
Okay. I wasn't 100% sure because I with Kari wanting to go back to Japan, I was kind of thinking that may be the reason. But I wasn't sure if she was married to a New Japan wrestler or not.
To be fair, he came to WWE like last night, 2 nights ago.
Yeah.
That's something. I just want to say that I said this in a live and somebody got mad, but like it's just to me, AAA and being AAA to me in a couple of years, to be honest. I don't even think it's like 2017, bro.
Yeah.
It was last time. It was like that. And like my friend Mr. Starks at Covalent TV, shout out to him. He came up with this shit, and I always think about it now. Not that I can't watch it, I won't watch it. It's probably like one of the few WWE products that I probably will turn on if one of my homies is on there. Much as I don't watch WWE. But like, yeah, I really like it. What was it? What did he call it? He called it the Starbucks or Lucha Libre, and it's more evident now. But you know what? I'm also happy for a lot of those guys that are veterans of AAA because they're getting like they probably wanted to like be in a better platform or not even just I didn't say better platform. They probably wanted to be paid more because of course AAA was going through some money issues. So now that you're under the WWE umbrella, you can probably get paid more. But the bad part is you can't do other shows outside of AAA. So it's a good and a bad, but
that was the thing for a lot of people.
Mike, what's good, man? Long time no see.
What's up, man?
What's going on? What's going on?
Just got off work and now I'm starting to get ready for my other job. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, man. Nice to have you on here, man. Nice to have you on here.
Yeah. Hey, I have a question for you guys. So I had a little I can't really say debate, but more of a disagreement. Who do you guys think the better wrestler is? Eddie Guerrero or Shawn Michaels?
Oh man. That's deep, bro. That's a big
I'm not
one.
gonna give you guys my pick until I hear your guys'.
I can't figure that one out. They both good.
They both were good. All right, so you talking about in their prime, right?
In ring, let's do just in ring. Just in ring. Wrestling wise, who's better?
Honestly, bro, and people might hate me. I know my boy's gonna probably hate me for this.
But your opinion is your opinion, brother.
I'm gonna say Eddie's like got him by the hair. Okay. I ain't even going front. I think Eddie got him by the hair.
Okay.
Yeah. That's just my opinion.
Just like thinking about where Eddie's from. He's been training since like he was a child. He's from a wrestling family. He wrestled in multiple promotions, whereas Shawn Michaels kind of just stuck with WWE. So Eddie has that advantage of being in multiple promotions.
He was in Central State. He's in the NWA.
Yeah. So this is what I said.
Well, he was more of a WWE guy consistently.
I came to a common ground when it came to it, but they said, I believe in ring Look, as an in-ring competitor, Eddie beat Shawn Michaels by a mile. In-ring. Wait. Promo skills are tied. And I said, when it comes to performing, like stealing the show, that's Shawn Michaels. Like for selling and everything, right?
I agree.
But
Yeah.
you get what I mean? So to me, at the end of the day, there's still that must see we never got. But these guys say Eddie Guerrero was not even compared to Shawn Michaels.
Can I say Eddie Guerrero had a better bag? He had more of a bag. He had more moves. Can I say that?
Who? Eddie?
He had a better bag. Eddie Guerrero had a better bag than Shawn Michaels.
Eddie, better wrestler, but HBK, better performer.
All right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I know a lot of people don't.
I can buy that.
But I know a lot of people don't like talking about this guy and stuff like that. But if you guys ever get the chance, I forgot what year it was. It was for the first ever WWE United States Championship at Vengeance. Chris Benoit versus Eddie Guerrero. Watch that match. That match is not talked about enough. I'm telling you right now, it's probably one of the best matches I've seen.
Yeah, Mike.
Yeah.
Talk about it.
Nobody talks about that shit.
They're not gonna talk about it because of the situation. That's
Yeah, but the situation is still up. I'm not saying I'm not condoning what happened that night, but at the same time, we have to put at fault the people that are actually at fault, and that is, we love wrestling, but wrestling is the reason why it happened.
Yeah,
absolutely.
You right.
So I mean, if you guys look at the videos and hear all that stuff that went on, there's no way in hell you think he would ever do something like that. There's no way.
Underrated gym match though. Like I was, what's funny enough, Mike? I was watching that match like 3 days ago.
It's an amazing match, man, and I
was watching that match, and that match cooks, bro. Because I'm trying to get him on my technical back. So I was like, oh, let me go in more technical wrestlers that I know that are like can fit my style, right?
Who I have over Eddie, number one by far, I believe the GOAT is when it comes to wrestling, is Kurt Angle by far.
Sure. I got that.
Nah, what I say Bret Hart.
I'm still gonna say Eddie.
Hold on. Who'd you say, Bret Hart?
Yeah, Bret Hart.
All right, I'm gonna act like Bret Hart. Say, hey, Bret. Hey, just say, hey, Bret, how's it going?
Bret Hart.
Hey, hey, how's it going? Did you know Goldberg gave me a concussion?
I mean, yeah, we can say that, man. We know about Bret like that.
He's
Come on,
like the Iron Sheik when he hated the Hulk Hogan.
I mean, do you know who Bret worked with, man? His dad knew. Come on, his dad was a.
I'm not denying Bret was tough. I'm not denying that, but Owen was better.
Owen was better.
Owen was ahead of his time. No, listen. If Owen Hart, tell me if I'm wrong. If Owen Hart survived to the Attitude Era, you can't tell me that man wouldn't have shot right to the top.
Yeah, he had a personality about him. He had the skill. He could have made it to the top of the card. No problem.
High-flying moves before.
I think Owen was what? No, Owen wouldn't. No. Mm-mm. I don't think so. I think he still would have been the same. He might win the title. He might win the championship.
I think I'm with Heel Mike. I think the greatest professional wrestler, even Kenny said this, and this has shocked me because I put Kenny in high regard, right? Is Kurt Angle, right? He had the comedy chops. He was not bad on the mic. He was actually pretty good at the mic, actually underrated, to be honest.
Who, Kurt Angle?
Yeah. He's kind of what Hulk Hogan should have been. Skill and personality.
Yeah. Like Kurt Angle was able to do a comedic character. He did a serious character. He was the best in the ring when it came down to it. Not only that, when he went into TNA, he was a whole new monster. Like
right. His TNA run is unmatched, like bro.
Unfortunately, off of drugs, he managed through it.
I mean, I would never see Bret Hart ever do something like that.
Angle, bro. That's the reason why they call him.
Well, to be fair, he did get injured before that, but you never know what he could have done. Just like we never know what Owen could have done. We never know, and I feel like Owen could. I'm not going to deny this. I don't think Owen would have gone to TNA. I think he would have stayed in WWE and been a top guy for like the longest time. I feel like the spot he would have been at, it wouldn't be like a Stone Cold level. I think he'd be at least as big as Jeff Hardy.
honestly, I believe that he would have stayed with WWE up until a certain point, but I would say I would have seen him going to TNA eventually, or WCW right in the mid '90s.
could have seen him. I could have seen him. I could have seen him staying there like upwards to 03, 04.
As long as he stays there to get a match between him and the Hardys. I wanted to see the Hearts versus Hardys so badly, man. I wanted to see Owen and Brett versus Jeff and Matt so badly, man.
Jeff Hardy didn't get addicted to a lot of stuff. He was like, that would have been bigger than Obama, and I believe he would have been the biggest face. He would have been like more levels than what he was.
Personally, I don't think Brett would have wanted to work with Jeff and Matt Hardy. To be honest with you, I really don't think.
Mayor said he was supposed to get a title run of some sort after the Blue Blazer character. He was supposed to get that, which I didn't even know. I didn't even know, but I know that could be.
Wait. Here's another thing. He's the only man to win the WWF Championship and not be recognized for it.
Who you talking about, Owen?
Owen Hart beat his brother Brett, and it got reversed.
Oh,
that's crazy.
They did wrestle. I forgot about that. Wow.
Wasn't it at WrestleMania?
No, this was a dark match.
It was a house show.
It was a house show.
But wasn't there a Hart versus Hart at WrestleMania before?
Oh yeah, no, there was.
Yeah, that was the one that everybody remembers.
Plenty of times. But yeah, there's a lot of things people don't know. I'm forgetting the guy's name, but there was another guy that beat Bill Goldberg before Kevin Nash did. I'm trying to remember the guy's name.
Who, Johnny Swinger?
He became a monster truck driver eventually. He got rid
Tank
of
Abbott.
Huh?
Tank Abbott?
Now Tank Abbott didn't beat Goldberg. Goldberg beat him.
Tank Abbott was in the UFC.
Okay, I'm trying to remember. But if I do remember, if I see you guys again, I'll make sure to tell you guys, or I'll shoot you guys a name or something. But yeah, man, I don't know. I wish I had more time to sit here and bullshit with you guys, man, because I really miss talking wrestling, man. But yeah, and it's just scrolling through my feed lately. I don't know if you guys seen my video, man.
I'm trying to get the name.
I watched it. I seen it.
Oh, that I said don't do drugs when you're pregnant. Yeah. Stupid opinions. That's what you. Yeah, his mama smoked crack or something.
I hope plenty of people watch that video, bro.
That's crazy.
He said Eddie Guerrero didn't have any.
Because man, there's just people in this world that just don't care.
I'm just saying. I don't like legitly, dude. He said Eddie Guerrero didn't have any memorable moments.
Who said this?
What?
That's bull.
I'm like,
That's
this
bull.
is exactly why you don't do drugs when you're pregnant.
I would say what they've been smoking.
His mama did.
Yeah. We need to be saying shit, bro.
Yeah,
We need to be saying shit. Hey, but here, Mike, before you go,
what's up?
I want to ask you this, though, like, right? I was talking to this with one of my homies, right? And then we was talking about who would be like if they stayed healthy, or if they was in coming up in this era, right?
Mm-hmm.
The AEW independence era of like stuff, right? And we got to the room, like we said a lot of people, and we was like, what if Mick Foley was in this era? Where would he be? I was like, undoubtedly he'd be in GCW and AEW. He was like, nah,
He'd be in AEW because, and I'm not getting political here, guys, because I don't want to get into that. But because of politics, he won't go back to WWE.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So,
yeah, we was just talking about that. It was just like,
I mean, like if he was just starting out, though? Like if he was just starting out in this era, or if he was healthy and like had his career behind him?
If he was healthy and he could wrestle in this era, but also it also goes both ways of like if he was coming too. If he was like a younger wrestler, so you say it both ways. It goes either way.
The one thing I would love to see in AEW is Kenny Omega versus Shawn Michaels, or Kenny Omega versus Kurt Angle. I would have loved to see that.
Oh my God, that would go.
That would have been crazy. That would have been
Even
crazy.
Kenny Omega versus Eddie Guerrero would have been fucking.
That would have been. Oh my god.
I would have loved both of
Hey,
those.
maybe Dave Meltzer would have gave Kurt Angle a 5-star match eventually, huh?
One can only hope.
Yeah.
I said that too.
Hey, I want to I want to go into this because we winding down, so I want to get this last topic out the way. What are y'all thoughts of the whole Wheezy Blonde versus Ring Rant type of situation? If y'all watch the videos,
I made my own video already on it. They're
Me
both
too.
uses of mine. I will say, look, and once again, when me, Wheezy, and Tesh, and Santi, and everybody was coming up, this was in 2020 when everybody was watching and everybody was here. Nobody had nothing to do. Okay. Do I believe that TikTok is oversaturated with wrestling content? Yes. But that's not always a bad thing because we've seen something grow and it grew from where we started all the way to what we have it now. And I'm proud of everybody doing what they're doing. I'm happy you guys
So
are doing
Boombox, you're from the Panda era too, then, huh?
I used to be with the Panda Wrestling Company.
I'm because I don't fuck with Wrestle Talk no more, really. I just fuck with my individual people like Barz, Dub, Dedrin, Light Skin. I don't fuck with them other. I don't. Us mid South, like we all go back. Well, mid South, Light Skin and I, we go back from the era that you're mentioning, when like Wheezy was like low numbers and just coming up. I don't know that situation. I've been hearing about it. Obviously, I'm not chiming in because what's the understanding of it, Bars? What is it? It's one person saying that the space is too saturated.
Okay, so here we go.
All right, go ahead.
I don't have too much time to say anything. I didn't mean to cut you off, dude. With all due respect. But do I believe it's all is oversaturated? Yeah. So is YouTube.
No. I don't want your opinion. What's the overview of the situation?
I'm getting
and then
into
I'll
that.
give you.
No, I'm getting into that. But I was just letting them guys. I think everywhere is oversaturated. Just keep doing what you're doing if you love doing it. Period. But the whole thing is, there was another content creator that said, "Hey, do you have any advice?" And she goes, the way she said it was kind. She goes, "It's oversaturated. I don't know why you would want to do this." Pretty much she's saying, I'm going to sum it up the best way I can. Make sure this is what you want to do. Don't quit your job and think this is going to be a pay.
Gotcha. To summarize, here's my take, because that's what I thought I heard about this.
Yeah.
And one, she's not wrong, because she is an OG in these Wrestle Talk spaces. And I just say OG meaning like she's been in these spaces a long time. I never really followed her like that because there were other women that did it better, in my opinion. And I don't follow people. I didn't really like following people who were just WWE centric, because all you guys were doing was you were doing that content to hopefully gain the love and admiration of somebody in the WWE offices, just to try to be brought into the fold. There's no ifs, ands, or fucking buts about that.
You mean
the
us?
problem,
Like me?
I talk shit about every fucking Wrestle Talker. So if you take so no, hold on. And this is not shooting at you directly either.
Yeah.
But if y'all if you take offense to it, then maybe it is you. But let me finish.
Let
me not finish my point then. Go ahead.
All right. I'm not taking offense to it. What I'm saying is I already have friends in the industry and stuff like that before I even got here. I used to wrestle myself. I met Eddie. Eddie is the reason why I even start pushing myself to wrestle more, and shit like that. So when he passed away, that crushed me. I felt like I lost someone close. So I already know people in the industry before I jumped on here.
So then my statements have nothing to do with you then.
No.
It didn't need
no
disrespect, but it didn't need you to cut me off. Right? My man is like, not to say my man, but my brother, man. Let me put myself on camera, because people don't put themselves on camera when they say shit and they fucking mean it. So let me just do that. Yeah, people, Barz, Nasty Leroy, I know Corey, Allen, y'all see me before. When OJ, when I put my face on it, that means I fucking mean it.
Yep.
All right. The Wrestle Talk space absolutely is oversaturated, but so fucking what?
Yeah.
And I say that, chill. Let me. You got yours off. I thought you had to go, my man. I got you. But listen, I say this from a standpoint of I'm a 12-year plus podcaster. And I was in I started in the podcast space in 2014.
And 12
The
years,
podcast, space, and listen, I'm still on the same struggle numbers as day one. But here's the thing. The way media is designed nowadays, every single person can have a fucking voice. When I first was teaching people how to get into the content creating, especially podcasting thing, I used to tell them, yes, at the time, there was over 700,000 podcasts, active and inactive. It doesn't, now there's millions. And there's people who call themselves podcasts, but only stick to YouTube. The purist in me says, no, you're a web show, not a podcast. Once you put it on Apple, then you're a podcast. But I digress on that. There is room for everybody to have a voice. So don't allow somebody to say, yo, this is oversaturated, but do what Boombox said and what he got from her statements is make sure that you want this. Because I've almost quit podcasting about 3 or 4 times in this whole thing. There's actually a video on my feed that you can go back probably like 3 or 4 years ago where I was damn near crying on camera, like, because I didn't know if I wanted to continue doing it anymore. But then a switch flipped in me, and I just say, you know what, fuck it. I do this thing because I love it. If people come, they come. If they don't, they don't. If one person watches, you got through to somebody. Move with that level of positivity. If you get 2 people to listen, you got somebody's ear. Keep it going. The only thing I would say within the whole argument thing, because so many people, here's the thing. People throw out there, oh, so many people asked me about it. No, they didn't. Just come out and say you want to make your point on it. Nobody asked y'all. You just want to get in the algorithm of that moment. That's really what it is. Nobody asked y'all. Nobody asked y'all what your fucking opinion was. You chimed in because you wanted to, and that's cool. Just own that. But if you want to get into these spaces, just do it. Throw it out there and then see where it lands. That's all you gotta do, no matter what piece of content you're trying to drop. And then and again, the only thing that I would say to anybody that's coming in these Wrestle Talk spaces is just protect yourself and be armed against the suckers that bring you into their spaces and then try to have a 9-on-1 pause gangbang and jump you and then kick you out and
super pause
and then block you and then keep talking shit when you're not there, but you did the blocking. You know what I'm saying? There's too many of those type of people. And the real problem with the Wrestle Talk space is everybody's trying to be number one instead of just being an individual. That's why, and it's no shots at my guy Barz and Dub and them, but this is why I give props to my brother Dedrin a lot, because Dedrin doesn't do none of the bullshit that everybody else does.
Yep.
He drops the content, sends it out there, see you later, moves on to the next thing.
Hey, may I just interject real quick? Because I gotta go soon. Anybody that's ever entered my lives, I've always said that they always said, I don't know if I can. I said, don't just do it, dude. If you want to do this, do it. If you love it, do it. Who gives a fuck? Just continue to do it. People are gonna watch you.
That's it. It's just
live your damn life.
It's and here's the thing. Here's the thing. Because like shout outs to Ladybug, she jumped in the comment. Her, Barz, like y'all are people that I've tried to influence, like, yo, there's so much other than WWE. I get it. WWE is the algorithm driver.
Yep.
And yes, one size does not fit all. That's why you got to be out there and just be yourself. WWE, I get it, is the algorithm driver. But you can be the driver of a different algorithm and start pushing other stuff. And then be a person that sets yourself apart doing that. The point of it is how can you be original in this thing? And it's tough when everybody's doing the same shit. Everybody's reviewing Raw. Everybody's reviewing SmackDown. Everybody's reviewing the shit WrestleMania. Everybody's doing that. And what makes it even worse is on ESPN level shit, everybody got the same fucking comments.
You know
It's
what's
about how
crazy?
can you be original?
You know
And
what's
that's
crazy?
the toughest thing in this Wrestle Talk space.
I've been trying to tell people there ain't no originality in it anymore, man.
Yeah, you know
There
what's
isn't. It's
crazy?
everybody doing WWE, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
You know what's crazy? I'm gonna tell you what somebody told me, right? I'm gonna tell you what somebody told me in the comments when I dropped my video on this whole situation, right? So the person in the comments told me, y'all could go look at my video and see the person's comment. He told me, he said, you know what? He said, I agree with you, but you'll get more fans and followers if you just stop being against WWE content. That's what he told me. He told me. So this is what leads me to say this. Like, I'm a wrestling fan. I'm not just a WWE or AEW or whatever. I'm a wrestling fan in general. I cover everything. But you're not going to tell me that I'm going to drive the algorithm by just covering WWE when I've literally gotten thousands and thousands of views covering other wrestling content, and I wasn't even trying to get those thousand of views, but I got the 1,000 just by just being who I am, being me.
And that's the point that I try to make to everybody. When I get on these type of modes and rants, it's like, yo, Wu-Tang got an album called Think Differently Music. It's just think different. Apple's slogan used to be think different. Even though they say every iPhone, that even the one I'm using, is the same as the last one, but still, somebody thought different to create this type of thing. Somebody thought different to be a Dallas Cowboy fan, but that's disgusting. Somebody, but the point of
You got jokes. I just caught that.
It's
Damn, Dallas
yeah,
catching
he's mad
strays
slow.
today.
Yeah.
I hate Dallas Cowboys, and he knows that. Fly, Eagles, fly. But anyway, the point of it is even if you just want to talk WWE, that's cool. Be down with the Joneses all you want, but be different in delivering your fucking content.
Exactly.
And that's the toughest part. It's just be different.
So
Be different.
I like how you say be different, because I used to go around and I actually got the attention of a certain wrestler for saying this shit too. Leroy, I think Leroy was around when this was going on, when I was running around telling people Undertaker was mid. And I actually drew the attention of the Undertaker at one point in time, which was actually pretty cool. I was running around telling people that David Arquette was the greatest WCW champion all the time, just to get under people's skin. So
I believe
Have
it.
fun with it, dude.
I believe it.
We take this shit. We take this shit. We love it and everything, and I'm happy to see the love everybody has for it. But sometimes we take this shit too seriously. We're supposed to be on here just having fun and just communicating and just talking about wrestling. It doesn't matter what you watch. Wrestling fan. I mean, a wrestling fan's a wrestling fan. AEW, TNA, New Japan, MLW, whatever you want to watch. I don't give a shit. Just enjoy what you enjoy.
Hey, Unc, tell them to leave the boys alone, man. Like, you see what they doing to me, Unc? You see what they doing?
I will never in life leave them VHS boys alone. I will never ever in life. I will never ever in fucking life leave them VHS boys alone. It's up for them VHS boys all the time. And yo, Barz, but funny enough, even though I love the color blue and I hate that star, I've always said that I would play football for Jerry Jones. Because the man, he might be going senile, but he loves football.
That's our only weakness is him. Like if we get a different owner or just something different
He said might have
altogether.
to cut that arm off. All right.
I'm mad, man. Y'all beat us in the
That's
Super Bowl,
crazy
man. A
work.
couple years ago, the Chiefs, man. Y'all beat us.
Man, I'm glad
No, we
Philly
didn't
beat
beat
them.
y'all. We beat the freaking brakes off of y'all, but
I am
All right,
glad
well,
Philly beat them.
I'm heading to work, guys. Thank you for letting me up, man. I appreciate you
Oh, no
guys. You guys
problem,
take
Mike.
care.
Man, you're welcome
Keep
anytime,
doing what you
bro.
guys are doing.
peace,
Fuck the
kid.
rest. All right.
Yeah.
Talk to you guys
All right,
later.
take care,
But yeah,
man.
no, I
All
know,
right.
Bars. We strayed a little too far off your topic, but nah. But all in all, it's like I commend kid for whoever that person was for trying to at least jump off the ledge and talk to somebody with experience, because that's something that if you're trying to learn, it's something you should do.
Right.
It's just like when wrestling fans, and I'm still technically a fan,
Mm-hmm.
be on these lives and don't take the words seriously from people like Alan, Corey, and Nasty Leroy, who actually actively do this or have actually done that.
Mm-hmm.
You have more
I'm listening, man.
experience and more knowledge and education in it than some people. Now, Leroy, you heard me say this the last time we were together. We can sit and watch. I'll sit and watch with all three of y'all. And I can show you that there's the shit that I know how to pick up and read as if I
Up
was
about
trained
that.
and I wasn't. But people need to actually, when you have actual people active in these things, listen to the people doing it. Listen to the people doing it. Not just, I mean, fan opinions is whatever. Everybody's ass, like you said, opinions are like assholes. We all got them.
Oh yeah.
But the people who actually know how to wipe said assholes properly and protect their partners, those are the ones. Those are the ones you listen to. Those are the ones you listen to. Bad
That's
analogy,
one way to
but
put
I
it.
hope y'all got it.
Good analogy.
Yeah, you got it.
But
I
no,
got that shit.
I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna hit you up about that. I'm gonna hit you up. I'm gonna have you. I want to hit you up about having you on my pod. Well, I don't call it podcast. My talk show.
man,
But yeah,
man, listen,
come
I
on.
haven't been invited in since I don't know. I'm always ready. Just say when.
What you mean you
Yeah, I'm gonna
haven't
hit
been
you up
invited? We
because
just had you on.
I
We just
know,
had you on
I
the.
know, I know, I know. Nah, y'all are gracious enough, and like I've said, I've always extended the opportunity to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
If you ever want to join the Star 5 podcast, just all you gotta do is just hit me up and say, yo, I want to be on this week. Anytime you ever want to be on this show, all you gotta do is just hit me directly.
Mm-hmm.
Because I and I don't say this, I say this with no disrespect to anybody. I don't reach out to invite too much anymore because of how many people have burned me or left me on red and never answered back. So if you want to be on with us, which the floor is open to everybody,
Mm-hmm.
all you ever got to say is, yo, I'm available this Sunday. Bang, you're on. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
And we bring everybody. Bring everybody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
actually,
appreciate you.
definitely want to talk with you either, especially on my show and your show. Nah, I at a point I don't be nobody listens to me, bro. Like it's what it is. It's what it is. I don't take no offense to it. I've been saying for a while to people that I said on this app, like start doing like covering independent shit, but people keep covering derby. It is what it is. It is what it is. But
Well,
um,
well, well.
uh,
Not to
you
cut
know,
you off. Not to cut you off, Nasty. So, how my method and our method, me and Dub's method was okay. So I had Barz Wrestling Media for a minute. You know what I mean? Going on. I was
right.
actually my channel was very small at the time when I came into Wrestle Talk and I met Dan, Chris, a few other folks, and then later on I met Ladybug and a few other people. You know what I'm saying? Way down. My channel's actually like real small at that time. You know what I'm saying? It's grown since then. But I go by saying this, right? When I first started Ring Ropes and Turnbuckle with Dub, and we combined everything that we were doing and put it together, right? We always said that we was going to cover the indies first. we always said that indies was going to be the top
About you
priority
guys, yeah.
because we always had the mindset that, okay, so if we get enough traction on the indies, that the bigger promotions will eventually tap in with us. And that's exactly what happened. And the funny thing about it is that it didn't even take that long. We stayed that whole, you guys were a witness. Most of you guys were a witness. Y'all seen our journey. We took a whole year of 2000, well, most of 2025, with all the drama we was going through behind the scenes with the podcast. We took that whole 2025, or at least most of it, and we grinded on the indies with the interviews, with all this, that, all this and that, all this and that. And then all of a sudden, we started getting the DMs from these bigger promotions. And that's when we knew that, okay, yeah, we're making a little bit of traction because these people hit us up. That person hit us up. Oh, I seen you guys interview such and such. Let me bring you guys over here. Talk to my man here. Talk to my man here. And then before you know, we was able to get Buff Bagwell. We was able to get Odyssey Jones. We was able to
There
get...
was one trick y'all did, not to cut you, but there was one trick that y'all did that I seen that definitely showed to be effective. And that was every time y'all interviewed a wrestler, you said, Dub was the one who I know came with this. He said, name somebody that you feel that we should interview, but the catch is you got to help us get them.
Oh yeah,
and that right there was the great linchpin for that. And yeah, you guys definitely, when it came to the interview spaces, y'all definitely was 100% independent with a couple big names here and there. And while still mixing in the consistent WWE, AEW talk, while when Ashe was actually doing doing things of note, you guys would then talk about that, but then sprinkle in mostly, if not all, independent wrestling and former WCW, WWE talent by way of, Ahmed Johnson, Savio Vega, Bagwell, like you guys did it, but y'all did it right with the help me get this person. And it seems like people complied. So salute to y'all.
Yeah. I mean, it don't hurt us nothing but ask. And that was my whole
That's
thing.
it.
And then
You miss all shots you don't take.
Yeah, and then if they said no, we'd be like, all right, we'll just figure it out ourselves. And most of the people just said cool. They didn't have a problem. I mean, honestly, why would they have a problem with it? You know what I'm saying? Like if they're connecting us with their peers, and you know what I'm saying? Like why would it be a big deal? Huh?
You wanted a few people. You wanted a few podcasters, to be honestly. And this is what I was saying. What I was saying earlier, and I wasn't being sarcastic when I said this. Nobody listens to me on this app, but I don't care. But I've told Willie Finesse this. I've told a couple like wrestlers that are on here, bro. You need to start covering what you're on, like at indies and shit. And it's cool to talk about Roman Reigns and all that shit, but like what I would tell them is sprinkle in AEW, but like cover what you're on because you're on this app, and you want people to come to your page, you want people to buy your merch, you want people to come to your shows. So I would always say cover what you're on. Of like if you're wrestling at Ashe Wrestling, talk about Ashe Wrestling. If you're wrestling at GCW, talk about what's going on, the storylines and shit like that. Because what I gained, and I told this to Mayor, and Mayor knows this. This app is like, Mayor, you guys, Light Skin, Darian, and those one of the few peoples is like I saw of like, covering independent wrestling, international wrestling. 95%, maybe 93%, it's definitely in the 90s that are covering WWE and shit. And I was like, man, there's a lot of WWE shit right here. And I just was like, man.
And it goes back to what I said before, Leroy. It's because everybody is covering for the love of WWE. Everybody wants to, and shout outs to this woman that I'm mentioning, but everybody wants to be a mini portable and get brought up on WWE television for their content. Stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And Ladybug's saying it. Starting local helps. She's one of the people who, when she started her podcast, when I first helped her in guiding on what things to use and apps and stuff like that, I was telling her consistently big up Ashe, consistently big up Ashe. And then what did Ashe do? They showed that woman the utmost love and respect when she came out to the show online, reposting her stuff. It's because if you take those chances and step outside. Just step outside a little bit. So like Barz, Dub, like you and Dub, like you guys, if you keep contact with some of these people, you probably are guys that would be set up to where you go to some of these local promotions. They'd be like, hey, why don't you do some ringside interviews for us? Why don't you do this for us? Why don't you that? I'm gonna shout out another woman, Sienna Chanel. She's from old school freaking Wrestle Talk too. But watching her actually get into the business and do her ring entrancings, her backstage commentary stuff, and I love watching her grind in it because yes, she was a fan of wrestling, but she said, you know what? Let me really find my way into it, and then stepped out and took that chance to really be a part of it, and does it on the independent level. You know,
Yeah, I would
WWE
definitely
is a
probably
cool
look at
dream.
Yeah.
WWE is a cool dream, but it's not for everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
And not
For
for
sure, for
nothing
sure.
either. And not for nothing either. I just seen recently that and I should have screenshotted it so I could put it up on the screen so y'all could see it. I mean, I do have it screenshotted, but I'm gonna probably just do a separate video later and show you guys. But TKO's not a big fan of content creating. Just to let y'all know. And they're trying to steer WWE as a whole away from the reactors and content creators and all that in general. They're trying to do that. There's a big article that I got that I'm going to do a video to and show y'all that they're slowly trying to pull away from, from the content creators. You know what I mean? And
Well,
they
please send me that because immediately when you said that, it had my brain running, and it almost sounds like this is why I've been preaching this to everybody for years now. Because why show love to somebody who doesn't show love to you? That's why I say, and I say it as a joke, WWE is the most abusive relationship that fans could be in, and people still love it. They go back, and I hate to say this, they go back like they got battered wife syndrome, but he still might love me. You know what I'm saying? Which is toxic and it's unhealthy. And why? Why continue? And it's I always get on and bash them, but I don't want to bash them. Why continue to go respect and show love to somebody who don't love you back? They don't give a fuck about half y'all existence.
Yeah.
Step outside and you can get that same love lower on a local level. And then, hey, you might then fortunately get that access to to the wrestling space and the professional wrestling universe and business that most people are longing to do.
Well,
I
I'm
know for
not.
me, for a fact, I got a year and 7 months left on my job. Once I'm done, then I'm really gonna start going to some of these companies and try to do some. I know I probably won't be able to wrestle because I'm in physical therapy right now for torn meniscus, stress cracks, and in my knee, and bulging and separated discs in my back. So I don't see myself taking bumps, but I want to actually still get involved from a local lower level. Do that and show love to the lowers because then guess what? As I used to always say, and I'll stop Bars, I'm sorry. I used to say this about the Starfire podcast all the time, but I say this in general. Get down with them while they're down because the ride up will be that much sweeter.
No, it's the truth, and not for nothing. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I'm just gonna tell y'all this. Like, me and Dub got approval from a few big promotions. We ain't going to say who, but I was doing some heavy networking behind the scenes, And
Sure.
we got some big approvals from a lot of these promotions that we've been watching on the regular. So don't let the people fool you. There are
Good.
some people out there that are willing and ready. And when y'all see us reacting to these people, I'm telling you, don't be surprised because I told you, I'm just not gonna say who because I don't want to let the cat out the bag. But I'm telling you, we got some approvals from some big time people, and it's just
I gotta go. I gotta go, but
uh,
I gotta say congratulations, my brother.
uh,
And then
Congrats.
please send me that link because that'll be the one Wrestle Talk video I will fucking make.
nah, I
Please send me
got you. I'm
that
gonna
link
send
to
it
that
to you.
article.
I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna send it to you
All right.
ASAP. Yeah,
Peace, y'all.
yeah.
Peace, everybody.
Peace, bro. Yeah, we
Congratulations to you, man.
yeah, we were talking about it off camera, and I was just saying, look, bro, like it's either now or never. Like we gotta start networking with these promotions and see what we got. It's not like we don't have the resume. We have the resume, so what we got to lose? What do we got to fear? Just go in there and ask. If they say no, it's no. Then we just keep it moving. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it like I was saying, like our content is definitely different. You know what I'm saying? We do a lot of things, and not for nothing, and that's no shot at anybody else that does content, but we do we have a leg up on certain things because I'm a videographer. I'm a writer. I do all these other facets of things. We don't have to go to other people to do it because I already know how to do it. You know what I'm saying? So it's
In
like,
house, yeah.
yeah, so it's like everything is just in house. So all we gotta do is just drop the content. We don't have to worry about none of that other stuff. Just drop the content and I'll just take care of the rest. And that's basically how we've been operating and it's been working for us, you know? And I said, well, we just gonna go ahead and ask, and within a few weeks, we got a few emails back here and there. So, a lot of copyright restrictions are gonna be gone because now we got full access to certain people now. So we're gonna be doing a lot more reactions. You're gonna see it's gonna be coming out real soon. I'm
Yeah,
just trying,
can't wait.
yeah, I'm just trying to actually think about like what we gonna react to because we asked them what marquee matches would you like us to like pay attention to. They said, yo, the library it was like the library's wide open. They said do what you feel. I was like, what? I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, like,
Listen, man. Listen.
yeah,
This is
so
what I always say. This is what I always say to the people who watch this back on YouTube, okay? When you watch this back on YouTube, no matter who you are, wrestlers they're doing. I don't call myself a content creator. I just like talking to my homies, and I just I do. Really, I don't even have a schedule. I should have a schedule, but I don't. That's why I don't call myself a content creator. I don't even have a schedule. I just do like whatever I have time. I just turn on the camera. I was like, yo, let me get one of my homies or somebody I like to talk to, co-host. Sometimes I'll do it by myself, but really, I don't even like. I'm getting to the point where I don't like talking about myself did talking to myself, even that I did it before. I did my Joey Styles before with my podcast, but like I like to have a co-host and shit. But like I always invite people as a guest co-host. But like my whole thing is like I talk about wrestling, but I also talk about other stuff too. But I also talk about different forms of wrestling. I talk about the indies. I talk about AEW. But like if motherfucker wanted to be like, yo, let's talk about hockey or whatever, I'll talk about hockey and shit, whatever. That's just me. That's just what I decided to do because I decided to put myself in like not in a box. I just started like I'll be honest. I think I like this I think I like three things to be honest. I like comedy, hockey, and pro wrestling. That's what I feel like I realized that I like far as like stuff. But then my friend was like, no, you like so many other stuff. You like
yeah.
this and you like music and you like that. And whatever.
And,
And I was like, yeah, I do like that. So yeah,
yeah.
so that's what I talk about.
And I
So
want to
be
say,
in your own lane.
not to
So
cut you off too, but I do have to give a shout out. I want to say big shout out to Unc. I know he was in the comment section. He was in the chat. I was trying to bring him up, but he said he was tired, but he's vibing in the chats. I want to say big shout out to him because he's one of the bigger content creators, and I interacted with him on Instagram. I didn't even know he was following me over here. I interacted with him on Instagram. You know what I'm saying, over the Wheezy and Ring Rant thing. I didn't even know he was following me over here. But big shout out to him because he said a few he said a few things that was on target, like on point. You know what I'm saying? But what the one thing that he brought up that I had to point out was that although he might not be one of those people that gatekeep, there are gatekeepers out there that try to keep certain people away from learning and evolving in these spaces of content creating. They are out there. They are out there. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
I have to say they are out there because
That's crazy.
when I was coming up before I met Mayor or Chris or anybody, I was following these other bigger content creators, you know what I'm saying, in these spaces of Wrestle Talk and whatever. And I would like get on their lives and ask for certain advice or whatever, more or less how to, you know what I'm saying, how to evolve in these spaces. And they wouldn't even respond. Some of them wouldn't even
Yeah.
some of them wouldn't. I'm not going to put it out there because it doesn't make it's not a big deal now. But I'm just saying, like, you know, when they're making this type of thing like a competitive sport. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like there's no room for everybody to grow in these spaces. You know what I'm saying? This ain't I don't look at this as basketball or football or hockey or baseball, you know what I'm saying? This is one of the spaces that's room for everybody. Now, is there a lot of content creators in this space? Yes. That's why I don't gotta I ain't mad over what Wheezy said. There is a lot of content creators in this space. There's tons of them. And some of them, I hate to say it, but some of them, they're making content, but they don't know how to make content. Do you know if that makes any
Yep.
sense?
No, that
You,
makes sense.
like
Come on now.
there's a science to it. Like there's camera angles. There's the videographer side where where you gotta make sure the lighting is correct. There's your intro, your pronunciation. You can't be messing around with your face while you're on camera. You gotta pay attention to the screen. Like there's so many things that play into you being a content creator, and I feel like a lot of these folks don't really understand that, and that's why I feel like they're just content creators who are making content, but they don't know how to make content. You know what I'm saying? Like, not for nothing, I ain't saying I'm like one of the best or whatever like that, but I have my own style. Like I got asked not too long ago to do a tutorial on how to start your podcast. If you had told me if you had told me like, you know, 3-4 years ago that somebody was gonna ask me to do a tutorial on how to podcast, I'd have been like, yo, you lying, bro. I ain't even scratched the surface yet. But somebody asked me on how to do that. So we must be doing something right. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
dope. Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. That's dope. That's
Yeah.
dope.
So, what I mean, I didn't that whole argument, I didn't really take no merit over it, you know what I'm saying? I looked at it as, well, everybody has a difference of opinion. You know what I mean? I looked at it as a learning tool, learning experience, just learn from it and keep it moving, you know what I mean? But I actually I wouldn't even mind trying to get her on the show just to interview her and ask her about some of these things and just pick her brain and see why she felt the way she felt and whatever the case may be. But that's just the journalistic side of way I'm thinking. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't mind interviewing him. And why did he feel that way? Why did he feel that she was shooting him down like that? You know what I'm saying? Like I just want to know. I'm just curious. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So So yeah, you know.
Hey, you know the first time so Joy never told me to come on this app like years ago. I think it was like 2021. It was like when we was doing a Janela Zone, and I downloaded TikTok, but I never used it until like these last 2 years, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Being consistently, which is crazy because I did dance videos, but then I'd just be off of it. Then I'd just be like, I'm not feeling it. Yeah, I do like 3 dance videos and then I'd just be out of it. But then one day was like, I decided, you know what? Let me go on here and actually try to be consistent on this shit. The first few people I saw on this app on everything was Shayna. Then it was Luna Havoc would pop up in there. She's not on here no more, but her uh Weezy came like maybe like a week later. I started watching her videos. No, Minnie, and then Weezy. I found Weezy through the connection of her, and it was because I hate to say this fucking name, but that fucking rap bastard, she was having a crush on him and shit. And like it was a trick, and I'm like, why would you? I was like, all right, I guess he has his followers, but I was just so intrigued about like why would you like this rap bastard? But okay, that's just my intriguing. But like, no, then you watch her content and you be like, oh, you're super dope and you're entertaining. Like you're not just you like you said, there's content creators and there's content creators, and I think, and I'll just put it in my own way. You gotta be also entertaining. You also gotta be original. You gotta have something to read because there'll be guys and girls that will be like I see it on this app, where like just because you're pretty or just because you're somewhat interested in some people, you're not moving the needle as much. And like for me, what I've realized is like I don't watch a lot of content creators as far as like streamers. The only streamers I watch is like a couple, and it's like it's like I think for like streamers I don't even watch Senna because she's hilarious to me. And Bishop Don, yeah, Bishop Don I think he's called, yeah. He Ben and Don, that's his one name. Ben and Don, he's really funny. But as far as wrestling card careers, I wasn't really on that type of shit. I didn't really know nothing about this. So, and then I think like I didn't what prompted me to get on there is because people kept talking about it. Alex Kane. That's what it was. Alex Kane got me to regular doing that shit because he was like, "Yeah, did you see my TikTok?" I was like, I didn't even know you was on TikTok. Do you be dancing? He said, nah, I be talking and shit stuff. I was like, you be talking on TikTok? And it's like that's what wanted me to get regular with it.
Alex
So I
Kane
was
was
like,
one of my first. Alex Kane's was one of my first official interviews.
yeah,
Alex
it was like
Kane.
Elevate on the Action Wrestling Show. He was talking about it. I was like, I didn't even know you could do that. I thought you could just dance. He said, nah, you could talk on there. They be talking about wrestling and shit. I was like, they be talking about wrestling on there.
A lot of people, not to cut you off. Like when
No,
I
go ahead. I'm
first
done.
when I first got really into these spaces, I ended up interviewed Alex Kane. I ended up interviewing Mims from NWA. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
And
okay.
then
Check that
and
out.
then who else? There was somebody else. And that's when I kind of knew that I could do this. I could do this if I do it right. And that's when I just started like, what can I do? What can I do to like stand out in front of everybody else? Just be my own content. Oh, they know that's bars. And that's when, if a lot of y'all was following me around that era, y'all remember I used to do the thing with the screen, and I'll shoot at the screen, and then you'll see the dots, the bullet holes will be on the screen. You know what I'm saying? I used to do that. It was like bars, and and then all this stuff will come up on the screen. The screen would shatter, and I remember my whole stitch was like every time I'll do it unexpectedly, like I'll do like bars, and then I'll do it in a way like if you watching it and you paying attention, I just do it out of nowhere. Maybe you'll jump, and then I'll be like, oh, I got you, yeah. You just just trying to be original and funny at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just to stand out and be different. Of course, I don't do it much now because like like the programs that I have now, like I will have to record the video, then go back and do all that stuff. Now my stuff is different, but what I'm saying is, like I evolved with the times and I was able to,
Right.
channel my talents in different ways to keep the podcast going. You know what I'm saying?
I found you because of a mutual. I think it was because of Life Skin and Chris.
Mm-hmm.
But I heard you talking. I was like, "Who's this?" First, this is how I know I can detect accents. I'm a real big on accents. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Um, I was like, "Who is this person from New Jersey talking?" I was like, I was like, wait a second. You can obviously tell he's from New Jersey off the rip. So, so, so I was like, but like you were spitting facts about something, and I was like, man, this dude knows something, right? And I was like, bro, this dude sounds like a rapper, bro, off the rap. I was like, this dude sounds like a rapper off the rap. I was like, man. So like, I was like, I don't know if you remember that, because I was like, do you rap or something? And he was like, yeah, I rap and stuff. Like, I fucking knew it. I was like, I fucking knew it.
Yeah, I can't shake the whole rap persona. Like hip hop has played a major part in my life since I was a kid. So it's like, it's in my DNA. So it's like, I can't shake it. Even if I tried to shake, as far as me, having a love for hip hop, I can't. You know what I mean? So
Nah, you
yeah,
can't. It's just
it,
one of
it
them things.
yeah, it does. It definitely does. Sneaks its way in to like my presentation as far as like my podcasting. But I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
I'm okay with it doing that because I do cover hip hop on Barz Wrestling Media from time to time. So
And you
you
got
know,
bars.
yeah, no,
I've seen you post them. And you
yeah,
got bars. At least
yeah,
you're
I
not.
rap.
You know what I like? You're a person that you say your name is bars, and then when you go see your music, you actually got bars. Because there be some people they be like, oh, I got bars, and then they don't got that many bars. So, this.
Nah, man, I take time with my content, man. I've been writing. I've taken writing classes. I can actually read music. I've been writing for since I was 11. You know what I'm saying? But I've been doing music since I was like what 5. So
No, yeah. So you've been doing this shit since you was all your life.
yeah, so it's like it's just a part of what I do. So I just always thought to
There was a battle
myself,
rap post that you posted. You got him like. I think it was a wrestling bar. Then you was in a couple wrestling bars. I was like, oh, he's nice with the wrestling bars too.
"Oh nah,
It's like, man,
if I show you this other video, I did a whole wrestling bar scheme." And like I had the whole crowd shaking, like the whole room was shaking, like people's cameras was dropping.
I believe
It
it.
was like, what the
I
fuck?
believe it.
And then I was looking
I
in the
believe it.
camera. I was looking in the camera with the gorilla face. I was like this. I was like, it was
That makes
crazy.
me think of the fucking. It makes me think of that battle thing when the guy was like he was rapping and he came out as the Mark Henry thing. Came out
Yeah,
as the Mark Henry.
yeah.
Yo.
I actually was at an event where he battled at. I forgot his name though. I forgot his name, but he nice with it. He looked
I was
just like Mark
hilarious.
Henry. He looked just like Mark Henry.
Yeah,
I forgot his name, but he nice. He nice with it. He nice with it. He can
yeah.
really
That.
rap. Nah, he nice with it. But
Nah,
yeah,
it was a point where I used to watch battle rap. Like I used to watch Smack and all that shit. I used to watch all those guys and shit. I don't know. I just got out of it, but like I used to be. I don't know what it was. Like I just was like I just would get DVDs of that and like. What's funny is I used to get that and Ring of Honor DVDs and CZW DVDs and
same
then Shimmer
here.
DVDs.
Same here.
So it was like rap bars. It was like rap bars, indie wrestling, all that shit. So it was spending a big good check. Smart Mart Video was getting all my money. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, no.
I'm not gonna.
I ain't gonna front. I ain't gonna front. Same here. I got like a stack of Smack DVDs. I got a stack of Ring of Honor DVDs. I got a stack of the Best of Samoa Joe DVDs. I got a stack of who else I was watching. So I got some New Japan DVDs. And then
You probably in the crowd when that shit was happening. The Kibashi versus Joe.
I didn't. I never went to a Ring of Honor event. I went to
Oh,
a
really?
few. I went to a few ECW events as a kid and as a teenager, and then of course I went to a WWE event, a few of those. But I've been to more. I ain't even going front. I've been to more like indie promotions events than I
Right.
have major promotions. And of course I've been to AEW events, but
Nah,
yeah.
like I don't know when they're running like Atlantic City, New Jersey again because like they don't do the showboat. But
To my
I know
GCW.
because yeah, GCW is trying to find a venue and stuff. But their
Mhm.
last show, I'm watching currently as we speak because I didn't check it out because I was wrestling. Was JCW show? It was at the what was it? How you say that name? Redfield. I can. They call it the Mecca. But I can't never think of it. Redfield Park. I always mess up their name, but they was there, and I was like, damn. I want GCW to run more Jersey shows. Also, I would like to be there, but essentially there's some things going on with the situation there. But I think if you went to like a JCW show or like a GCW show, you would like it. I really believe that. I'm willing to bet. I'm really not even willing to bet. I'm willing to know this for a fact that after you watch not even a Manswarner, a Manders match, I think you would want to have him on because he's such a he's a throwback in a good way of he just reminds me of like Stan Hansen in the modern times of today. So
Yeah. 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 Well, like I said, and I'm gonna look him. I follow. I think I follow him already, if I'm not mistaken. I think we follow him. I think me and
maybe,
Dub follow him already.
maybe I don't
Yeah,
know. You
I'm
maybe
gonna look it
do.
up. I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So definitely check that out. Like when they come to your area and stuff. I like definitely. So
Yeah.
GCW is also good stuff. So
Hey, Dub, you got anything to talk about before we wrap it up?
You old.
Ah,
damn.
this guy, man.
He been roasting people in the comments, bro. Dub been roasting people in the comments. That's what that is. He been on that Chris shit, bro.
Yeah, I know. I seen him in the comments going back and forth with a few cats. I seen him in the comments. Ah, man.
Well, because I think too much is being made out of this whole Wheezy thing. Like, because I think she right and I think she wrong. Number one, she right because it is saturated, but she wrong because everything on the internet is oversaturated. If you scroll YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter enough, you're gonna see plenty of football oversaturation, basketball oversaturation, wrestling oversaturation, and the big thing right now, like you cannot scroll TikTok without coming across a political live. So everything
Yeah,
is
for sure.
oversaturated.
Dating vibes.
Everything is oversaturated. So, but here's the thing: there's enough space for anybody to be in any space they want to be in. It's just, can you do enough to gain traction, and can you make your own voice? That's all it boils down to. Like Santana, for instance. Like, he caught my attention because I was scrolling one day. I came across, y'all may know who Dean and Parker is if you listen to political lives. I was just listening to Dean and Parker's live one day, and this black man comes in, and he's speaking eloquently, and he's all calm while Dean and Parker is like ranting at people, and Santana's just all calm. I'm like, who the hell is this Negro? So I go look him up. So I started following him, but it's like, for real. for real though, like, so you got to be able to have your own voice. Like, there's plenty of space for everybody, and I think people made too much of it, but then again, they didn't make enough of it because there's space for everyone. That's what she should have said. It's oversaturated, but there's space for everyone. Just have your own voice. Don't be, I'm not sitting here trying to be like Barz. Barz is not sitting here trying to be like me. I got my own voice just like he has his own voice. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not trying to be like Chris. Chris is not trying to be like light skin, so on and so forth. Because we all have our own voice. If some people like it, cool. If they don't like it, fuck them. That's my voice right there. That's me talking. That's how I talk. Barz knows better than anybody. That's just how I talk. And as you saw in the comments, I said, man, fuck all that. That's just me. That's my voice. If people like it, cool. If they don't like it, keep on pushing.
See, here's the thing. Before we head out, like, here's the thing, right? You know, and I try to make people understand that when I drop those other videos, like, you know, you just gotta be different. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're gonna do the wrestling content for WWE, just be different when you're doing it. Don't be like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, be you. Be you. You know what I mean? Nobody can tell you on how to be you but you. Simple as that. You know? Um, like, as far as oversaturation, I say it again, like, there is an oversaturation of wrestling content creators, but like, it's not necessarily a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? That means you have a wide variety of voices to choose from as far as who you want to watch and who you want to follow, who you want to listen to. You know what I'm saying? If you might not like Barz Wrestling Media, but you like No Cap. You know what I'm saying? You might not like No Cap, but you like Mr. Allen when he drops his videos of his wrestling. You might not even like Mr. Allen. They might like you, Leroy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Nobody like. No, nobody like.
I
nah.
mean, not like me? Wait, what's not to like me about?
You see what just happened?
Listen.
Y'all
People trying to put me into stuff. No, I just record random videos, and just because listen, I just tell people I ain't never comment on that shit because it's not even in my direction, to be honest. I'm tell you right now. Like,
y'all see what Barz just did there? Y'all
What?
see what Barz just did there? Listen, he pretty much just said exactly what I said, except he said it in his way. That's his voice. That's him speaking. When he said it's oversaturated, but there's nothing wrong with that because as long as you have your own voice, what did I say? I said it's oversaturated, but there's a space for everybody. He just said it in his way, in his voice. Whereas I said it, man, fuck all that. There's space for everybody. That's my way. But we said the same thing.
Yeah, so it's it's not that big of a deal. There's room for everybody. You know, it's just the people that feel like there's no space. They're the ones that you gotta worry about because they're the ones that's going to try to block you from becoming great, and that's what I was kind of preaching against. You know what I'm saying? When I dropped my video, I was just like, look, there is gatekeepers out there. It's just that they're not going to make it known that they're a gatekeeper unless you approach them with a want. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I got something that you want, information that you want, you approach me and I kind of, like, finagle my way out of giving you that information because I know if I give you that information, that's going to catapult you to another level. I'm not going to give it to you. That's just 100% gatekeeping. But Dub can attest to this.
congratulations.
We have shared information with plenty of people. Have we got any applause back from it? No. Have we got anything, gained anything from it? No. But we don't care because, like, we don't gatekeep, man. We just, like, we feel like there's space for everybody. And, like, if I could say something that's going to help you, if I could give you some advice that's going to help you, if I could just, if I have something that you need and you come and ask me for it, why not tell you? You know what I'm saying? For what? What am I going to keep it for? You know what I'm saying? So that's
I
how I looked
will,
at
I will, I will help you guys. I'm gonna help you guys with more. Try to get more wrestlers on. And I'm gonna send you guys some of my stuff. I said I would, and I never did. But I'm gonna send y'all some of my stuff. Literally tomorrow, I'm gonna send you guys some videos. Some of my old matches and some of my new matches. So I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna get in contact with my boy Darian to come on the show because I want to see y'all interview Darian anyway. So
Yeah.
um,
Yo, send us the video with you interacting with MJF so we can react to it.
all right, sure. It's just 30-second
Yeah.
video, but all right, cool.
Yeah, send us the video for that, and then me and Dub react to it on the show. You know what I'm saying? Like, we'll put something, we'll put a twist to it. Add some effects and whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? And like, and put you over the top. You know what I'm saying?
It's
So
like 30 seconds, but all right. I don't know how you gonna react to a 30-second video, but all right.
piss MJF off so he could come hunt you down.
Bro, this man has blocked me, bro. This man has blocked me, bro. Yo, I don't know if y'all follow me on Twitter, but I've been like, so I put a video out on Instagram, right? And I was like, I was gonna put it out on Twitter, but I was like, nah, let me not. But I tweeted like yesterday because I found out he blocked me because I was gonna tweet at him, and I was like, oh man, listen, that you're going downhill ever since I called you out. And I looked it up. And he's like, "Oh, MJF has blocked you." But all his fans, I know all his fans are probably like sending that shit to him. I was like, "All MJF fans, I need you to send this to him." Like, yeah, he is completely blocked me. He is big salty out here. Yeah, it's like, hey, listen, facts is the facts. People asking him like, "Why you ducking him?" I was like, "Listen, why, you know."
It's
So,
funny. It's funny, man.
and it's hilarious, you know. Hey, listen, this people like kind of say this before you leave, before you get off.
Mm-hmm.
People think like that shit. He's like, how was that? How did that come about? How did that come about? He literally stepped in front of my promo, like just how it happened. I was talking, and this man interrupted me, bro.
So wait a minute. Let me ask you this. You could keep kayfabe if you want, but I'm just me, the interviewer, and me just want to ask. So was that scheduled for him to do that, or did he just do that being who he is?
He just did that to me who he is because okay, this is what I'll say. I told QT that I wanted to do something, right? Because knowing me, like I will kick myself for stuff like an opportunity like that to like pass me by, and then I'll be mad about it and shit or whatever. So I said, you know what? Even if I don't get that match, I gotta do something. I gotta have a promo or something. And he was just like, I'll ask him and whatever, right? And then the whole time he was just saying, no, I'm not doing a pro with you. No. The whole time, shutting it down the whole time, right? I was like, all right, fuck it. All right. Then I was like, all right, I'm just gonna do my promo anyway. And I'm gonna just talk my talk that I was going. I had a promo anyway, I wanted to get off. So he literally walks up. I don't even see him at a corner of my eye. He literally walks up in my face. Literally, as you saw in the video, and says, I'm saying the rap bad stuff. I have more shit to get off. Then he steps in my face. I was like, what you want to do? And he's like, oh yeah, that line and stuff. So it's just like that literally will happen. I'm not no kayfabe aside. He was like, no, I'm not doing it. Like he was like, come on, like QT was like, come on, man, come on, like he didn't say like, come on, man, but like he's like, come on, like help my students out and whatever. It's like, no, I'm not putting this guy over. I'm not giving him the rub. I'm not doing none of that. So you know what? I just started roasting him. I just started flaming him. I said, if you don't get your Wolverine face ass, wanna be Triple H jacket off over here, I go back to Philly. So I'm like, if you don't get your goddamn, obviously you shorted, how you shorter than me, but I don't even know how the fuck I'm bigger than you. You jacked. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get something off this. I don't care, bro. I was like, So like I'm roasting him the whole time. And like the funny thing is Carly and Sean in the locker room and all these guys are in the locker room. QT's laughing his ass off. Everybody's laughing his ass off. I was like, yeah, you wouldn't last one with me. You don't want promos with me because you know I can out promo you. You nice for the people who you play with, but you don't want to play with me. And like I think I said something to get him off to like get him to come up there, but I was like, I basically said you don't really want to smoke because I ain't gonna be, you ain't gonna bury me like Ricky Starks and shit. You ain't gonna do me like other people and shit. So I'm talking big shit. I was like, yeah, your foot, yeah, what was I saying? I said it. I told him like he was you 5'6" talking to me and I'm 5'9". I'm big 5'9", okay? Listen, all right. It's like you from a rap bastard state. You from a rap bastard state. Matter of fact, the only person in there you're from your
Big
place is Willow
5'9",
Nightingale.
that's stupid.
Yeah, yeah, I'm big 5'9" out here, and you say you ain't gonna do nothing. Yeah, so I'm this is what I'm saying, like off camera, bro. Like I'm roasting, no kayfabe aside. I'm just flaming him. I was like, the only person from Long Island that I only respect is Willow Nightingale. And just flaming him and shit. I was like, I get and like QT laughing and everybody's laughing. I was like, how you the world champion if you out here going with somebody else's gimmick? I said, your gimmick is not even the original. You out here with Darius Carter. You just took his gimmick bar for bar, word for word. He was like, who's Darius Carter? You took it. So I'm just flaming him. And that's what happened.
Yo,
like,
actually, to be honest with you, MJF is a bunch of gimmicks put together. If you think about it, he's Chris Jericho, he's Arrogance Rick Martel, he's Darius Carter, he's Christian, he's
for
who
sure. Nobody
else?
said that before. Yeah, for sure.
He's a bit like Roddy Piper too, because he's really quick witted.
Yeah, yep, very quick with it, very 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 quick with it.
Yeah.
And his wrestling style is like is definitely a throwback. But if you look at his wrestling style, you see elements of Rick Martel, you see elements of Owen Hart, you see elements of what's this guy Ivan Putski, you see elements of him. You know what I mean?
I never heard that before.
Yeah, like you see a lot of
I've
stuff.
never heard that before. Yeah, I used to say that. Yeah, that does make sense. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I watched a lot of MJF matches. I was following. I always been a fan of MJF. I was following MJF before he even touched AEW. I knew who he was. As soon as I see him in AEW, I was like, "Oh snap!"
Because I was his indie career. Yeah.
Yeah, I was following him on MLW. I was following him on Creator Pro Wrestler. So when I seen him, yeah, like when I seen him get on AEW television, I was like, yeah, this guy's about to blow. Like he's about to get it. You know what I'm saying? So
for sure,
I knew exactly what he was about from there because when he was with the Dynasty, he was popping then. When he was with the Dynasty,
yeah, I remember
and
that.
Richard Holiday and all them. So yeah.
Yeah, so I was like I was just getting. I think what it was is I think what it is I was just like I think what it is like he's in the sense of like what's the word I'm looking for? Like I was like, yeah, you own your Ric Flair shit, but I was like, Ric Flair will first face the guy out of top territory, and don't be confused. Because I don't have the belt doesn't mean I'm not the top guy in this territory. You talking to that man, and I don't have that man for a reason. I don't have that name for a reason and shit. That's why I didn't just get my name and nickname. It's earned out here. And I'm talking, I'm talking my big shit because I was like, I don't think the promo's gonna happen, so I'm just gonna flavor. I'm just gonna go back to Philly with it. I'm just gonna, and like, bro, there's some stuff that I said on here. I mean, in the locker room, and it just that can't be said on TikTok. But like, there, I was flaming them, and people was like, "Yo, if this was on a TV show without the the extra, uncut stuff that we couldn't say and shit," he said, "Bro, I don't think people are ready for like that side. I don't think people are ready for Dash's Leroy a promo because no people won't think I could keep up with him. But it's the opposite." I could keep up with them more times than they can think. So when people saw that and they're like, "Oh, you're facing him," I was like, "It's not a." And this sounds cockiness, but it's not. It's really this. I just practice on my promos a lot. I have more of a gift of gab than most people on the indies, and there's a few people that have the gift of gab, but nobody can really talk the way I can talk. Like if you put a microphone in my hand and we just go bar for bar, a lot of people, Ricky Starks knows this. Carly Bravo, who's a really good talker, knows this. Shane Taylor knows this. QT, who's a good talker, but he's not like a super charismatic, but he gets heat and stuff. But people who know promos know that I can talk. Like it's just like, be honest, they don't even hand me the mic most of the time because I'll get on a shoot promo kind of thing going on because I'll get in a zone where I just zone out and I just not zone in a like I'm knocked out or whatever, but I'll zone out of like I'll flame you, but I'm not flaming you like roasting you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just like of that ilk and stuff. So a lot of people, my promo skills are very like slept on. I don't know, but it's weird because I feel like my wrestling skills are more slept on than my promo skills. But people be like, "Oh, Leroy can talk, but he can't wrestle as that much." So it's just like when that match does happen, and when it does, and it will happen, a lot of people will be surprised. But the ones that are not surprised, who's been in the ring with me and who's been in training with me, they won't be surprised. So that's all I gotta say about that situation. But it was. I wish y'all could have seen the roast. I was flaming him. He didn't know what to say. He
Nah,
said, "You
that's
gonna
what's
do me
up.
like me and Cardona?" Yeah. So yeah, it was good shit.
Nah, that's what's up, man. I'm like I told you before, man. I'm happy for you, man. I hope that does happen for you, man, because you deserve it. You've been grinding, so I hope that does happen for you, man, so we can watch and what I mean, see how everything goes with that.
Yeah, I look for the reaction and stuff. I can't wait for y'all reaction. That's gonna be the
Yeah,
the
nah,
fun
nah.
part.
Yeah. When you sent us the clip, I mean, we'll definitely react to it. I'll try to see what I could do to it to add some stuff to it and put it together and see what we can make out of it. But yeah, but if anybody got anything to promote before we close out, Dub, you got anything to promote?
Nothing.
Okay. All right, so we do got one thing to promote. Dub forgot. We got Movie Mike. Movie Mike is gonna be on our show with us next week. Movie Mike.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be tomorrow, bro. That's tomorrow.
No, I thought. Oh, May 1st is tomorrow. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
damn.
See, this is what I'm
I
talking
gotta
about. You
watch that.
old, bro.
Yeah, damn. My bad. My bad. Yeah,
You
it
showing
is
your
tomorrow.
age.
Yeah.
Nah, Movie Mike is fire. He used to train down here for us a little bit for a little time, but he's dope.
Yeah,
He's dope. He's hilarious.
Yeah,
yeah. We got.
we
He's
had to
hilarious
get
in
him
his selling.
in
So
because he said, yeah, we had to get him in because he said that WWE is gonna be calling soon, so we had to hurry and get him in.
Mm-hmm.
I believe
Cause,
that.
cause
That dude was a sell in that promotion for sure.
yeah, cause what wasn't he part of the guys that went up there for the tryouts and stuff like that?
He probably was, yeah. I think he was
Yeah.
like he trained at Dustin School, and then like I think he got ID'd. And what I saw, I
Mm-hmm.
follow him on IG. I think he got ID'd.
He
It was
might have.
him, Mike Cunningham from our school, and a few other people from like reality or wrestling and other people. So yeah, nah, like I haven't wrestled him or nothing like that, but I watched this stuff in an Shay. He's
Mm-hmm.
very like charismatic in his selling and shit. Like that
Mm-hmm.
dude is gonna sell. Like he's gonna yeah, he's gonna be one of their guys.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I want to plug this something like July the 17th. We got our big show going on for 1FW. At Summer Stage 2 at Center Stage. Tickets are available now for people who are watching. So if you're in the Atlanta area or you hear this and you want to come down to Atlanta, we got Big Show coming through. We got Billy Gunn on there. We got Jay Lethal. Of course, we got that person's excited. Uh, we got myself included. We got the breakout champion Varia Morales. We got Hyena Hair, who's really good. We got Remy Reed, who just appeared on Ring of Honor. Who else? We got just a stacked roster. Look out for a lot of people. If you, I'm gonna send y'all some one fall shit. But yeah, and Helica Red, she's like one of the top females in the indies, like rising up, and just not just saying it because I'm from there, but like generally, and like this our whole roster stacked, so we're just gonna have a fire ass show. You never knew who was gonna appear at our one fall show because we be having all different people appearing, so that's gonna coming up. I got I got some stuff coming up. I'm reaching out to like Minnesota promotions and stuff like that, First Wrestling and all that, West Coast and all that, promotions and stuff like that. But I got my show coming up next week, the return of Nasty Reality Talk Show, where we're gonna be talking about all kinds of stuff. Independent wrestling, we're gonna be talking about AEW, we're gonna talk about all that kind of stuff. My new shirt is up, Nasty, Nasty by Nature, on my brainbustertees.com in my bio. And all my merch is in my bio. If anybody wants to support and stuff and wants to reach out and stuff, though, I always appreciate you, Barz, for having me on. By the way, don't be a rat bastard. And listen, if y'all tag me in an MJF stuff, I will react. I will react. I'll get it. I get it. I get y'all like to see me get upset and all that kind of stuff. But like, I'm just going to tell you, you could like a rat if you want to. Okay? You could like a rat bastard if you want to. Hey, I don't judge. People like, what's funny, Barz, before I leave? People like MJF, the rat bastard. They like Cheeseburger, rat bastard. They like Atticus Cougar. For some reason, they like him. They cheer for him. He's from and you know what? Now I kind of understand what Michigan people see in Ohio. I understand. I'll just leave it like that. I'm not a Michigan or Ohio person, but I understand. But I like Ohio people. That's one person I was like, he looks like a mole rat. So I don't know how you cheer for a mole rat and a rat bastard at the same time and Atticus Cougar. But hey, do your thing, live your life. I ain't trying to tell you how to live your life. Support independent wrestling. Don't be a dickhead, and just support the good people of independent wrestling. That's all. Support the wrestlers, not the promotion. But if you promote the good ones and watch our Shea Wrestling. That's all I gotta say.
Okay then. Big shout out to Nasty Leroy for always supporting the pod or whatever. And Mr. Allen, you got anything?
Yeah, we have May 9th show coming up called Pedals and Pile Drivers, which is another stock card that we're doing, and this is going to be through our new home because we moved the Starplex from San Leandro to San Ramon. It'll be the first time I get to see the building, so I can't really say too much. And then the night before in Hayward, we're doing an in-ring seminar. If anybody in the California area wants to learn from the best, our teachers are going to be Gangrel, the former Alicia Fox, Victoria Crawford, and Mr. No Days Off, Fred Rosser. They're going to teach you the ins and outs of both in the ring and outside the ring.
Okay. All right. That's what's up.
That's dope.
Okay.
That's dope.
That is real dope. That's real dope.
Yeah, that's dope.
You know one thing, like I honestly just wish that I could just afford some training. I just want to take a few bumps. At this point in my age, I don't want to even have a wrestling match, but I definitely want to take a few bumps just to know how it feels. And I just want to cut a few
admitted that you old. You just admitted that you old, guys.
You could do it my way, Barz. When I first started wrestling, I was taking bumps on mattresses.
Oh yeah. Well, if that's the case, then I'm no stranger to that. I've done that a few times. So
you be a dope ass manager. I ain't gonna lie though, for sure.
Nah, I
would
do
Barz.
Nah,
Yeah,
he a
you'd be like,
rat
"This is
bastard.
bars."
He a rat
Huh?
bastard. That's what he is. He a
No, he's
rat
not a rat
bastard.
man. He's not a rat bastard.
But I'll send an invitation to you, Bars. If you're ever in California, come up to my school. We can get you worked out there.
Hey, Mr.
Okay.
Allen, Mr.
Okay, for
Allen,
sure.
Mr. Allen, if you get Bars to come up there, you gotta beat the rat bastard out of him.
He's not a rat bastard, bro. Like, don't do that to us, man.
Are you trying to tell me to shoot on him?
Whatever you gotta do to beat it out of him.
Nah, I can't see that. I want to be him saying like, "Oh, yo, this is crazy. You got me in this hole right now. What the fuck?"
Yeah.
Nah, I just want to show my appreciation for the business. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't mind. You know what I mean? Like not for nothing. Like there's a few content creators that took some bumps and even had matches. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, I feel like I'm a little bit more athletic than them. You know, not no offense to them, but like I have the height. I have the agility. You know, well, not much of the agility anymore because I'm a lot older.
Bro.
But
Yeah, there it is. There it is.
you know, but
You're like 6'3", right?
yeah.
But hey, Leroy, he's 6'3" with the knees of a 63-year-old.
This guy.
How you doing this, man?
This guy.
We'll set up a match for you, Bars. Use against Dub.
Right.
And like a no disqualification match, you know.
I'm a throw Dub into some thumbtacks. That's what I'm gonna do to Dub. I'm gonna throw him right into some thumbtacks.
Hey man, that's better than Legos, bro.
Yeah.
I'll run.
Listen,
Legos
hurts a bug. I ain't gonna lie. You can barely fear thumbtacks, but Legos is oh man. Listen, I don't recommend.
Yeah, I'm a staple. I'm gonna use the staple gun and staple his tongue to the ring ropes.
Bro, we are not doing no Texas death match.
It's funny. Yeah.
That's hilarious. Nah, Legos, man. Listen, I really wish that like, people would be like, yeah, oh, we're gonna do Legos because it's better than thumbtacks. No, the fuck it's not. I want to tell some people so much like, when y'all do these, like, oh, we're gonna do. Somebody did this thing in TWE here in the South. It wasn't Tennessee, but still South. And it was like, yeah, we're gonna do a fat hardcore match, and they did the Lego spots. I'm like, the Lego spots is more tougher than the fucking thumbtacks. Like, where people be like, yeah, I'll bump on that. I was like, no, stop. Thumbtacks go in, but you can. It sucks pulling them out, but it is what it is at that point. But like, I hate with a passion when people be like, let's do a Fed match. A Fed hardcore match. No, let's not. Let's just do actual hardcore match. Can we do that, please?
Hey, Dub, you can go ahead and take over for a second. I'll be right back.
Old man gotta do old man things.
Man, like,
hey, watch the old man thing.
Oh man. I'm gonna send you and Barz the match, the New South match. What I did, what was it called? The Southern Stampede. I think it was something Stampede, where we did like a hardcore battle royal. Listen, I bumped like Donnie Primetime is the guy who suplexed me on the Legos. Man, listen, I don't want to hear nobody say Legos don't hurt, bro. Get it out of here. I didn't even basically feel the thumbtacks. Like,
Bro, I got a
I'm
son. I done stepped on them plenty of times. It hurts.
Yeah, bro. It was called New South Southern Stampede or some shit like that. hardcore stampede or it was something like basically a hardcore match. But I'm definitely gonna see y'all guys at cause like when I took that bump on those Legos, man, listen, yeah, no. I just wanted to say that like there's things I don't like to do, but there's not many things I like to do. And thumbtacks is okay. I'm okay with like most stuff. I think the only thing that I'm not okay with is like you get the fucking house planner thing that they be doing in death matches and stuff. But like that's the only spot that I won't do. Barbed wire, I'll give it a chance. I haven't done it, but I'll give it a chance. Like certain stuff if I'm doing hardcore matches, but like yeah. When motherfucker can be like, oh, let's do Legos. No, let's not. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. So yeah. I will definitely send you that. I will send you my matches with Donnie and all that. So
All
yeah.
right, no
I
doubt.
don't know, Alan.
No doubt, no doubt. So with that being said, I'll see you guys next week. Same bars time, same bars channel. Also, like I said, we got Movie Mike on the show tomorrow. Make sure y'all tune in for that. It will be live on Facebook. It will be live on YouTube. It won't be on TikTok. I'm still working out that, like on how to
You gotta
broadcast
figure
it
out how
on
to get
TikTok.
the stream key. You gotta figure out how to get the stream key. That's what it
Yeah,
is.
yeah, that's the thing. Like, I heard a bunch of things as far as the stream key on how to do it, but then people saying, "Oh, it's possible." Then people saying, "Well, TikTok is different. You got it." So once I figure that out, then I'll be able to, broadcast it on
What about
TikTok.
Instagram?
Yeah,
What about
I would say there's
Instagram?
software out where you can broadcast from Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at the same time.
Yeah, well, right now I'm broadcasting on YouTube and Facebook right now, but how I'm broadcasting on TikTok is I'm mirroring the screen on TikTok. So like even though the YouTube version of this video is not going to be on TikTok, the TikTok version of this video will be on YouTube because I'm mirroring the screen because I
Yeah.
got my phone hooked up to my monitor, which shows up on the big screen, which also shows up the Barz Wrestling Media screen. So that one I got down pack. I just need to try to learn how to get the screen key for TikTok. But
Yeah.
but as far as Instagram, I'm still trying to work that out. But I'm gonna figure out how to broadcast on Instagram real soon because I have the screen key for Instagram. I just don't know why
Yeah.
it doesn't broadcast on there yet. So
Yeah, I know when we were looking for, we wanted to do our own app for, certain places. And a lot of these companies are telling me, oh, yeah, we have the software where you can pretty much broadcast everywhere at the same time. And I was like, that's interesting.
yeah, there's software for it. There is, yeah. But anyway, guys, I'll be checking in with you guys tomorrow as far as the live with Movie Mike. We got some reactions we're gonna be coming out with. Like I said, we got the approval from some promotions. We looking to get approved by others. We just waiting. We can't tell you the promotions yet, but you gonna know eventually when we drop the reactions. But we got some approvals, so them copyright restrictions is gonna be wiped away. We ain't gonna have to worry about some of them anymore. So, so
Can't
that's a
wait.
good thing.
I
Yeah,
can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see it.
yeah.
And I must send you all my matches tomorrow.
All
So
right, yeah, definitely. Just send them to me or send them to Dub, and then we download them, and then we'll start thinking about how we gonna do everything.
No, just send it to me, bro. Just send it to me. Homie old over here, so just send them to me. I got you, bro.
Ah,
all
this
right.
guy.
He gonna forget. Now he old. He needs to go forget.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm the one with Alzheimer's, right? But he the one with the back problems. He the one that got the back problems.
You know, Barz is a rat bastard now. Come on.
No, they ain't not a rat bastard. No, don't do that to that man.
Hey, I need you to make merch with rat bastard on it.
Hey, listen, I try to make some MJF as a rat bastard, but they told me I couldn't do that. So
You can make one that says Barz is a rat bastard.
Oh man. Oh man. Yeah.
It's all fun and games. It's all fun and games.
Yeah. All right, guys. So I'll see you guys tomorrow on the live.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Movie Mike, man. You guys take care.
You
Take
too.
care, brother.
All right.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
All right. And that is our show for tonight. Make sure you tune in tomorrow as we interview Movie Mike. Stay tuned for that. And this is Barz Wrestling Media live on TikTok. Deuces.
Champions, strategists, unstoppable. This is Barz Wrestling Media.
Where wrestling meets greatness.
Tune in, same bars time, same bars channel for more.
Barz Wrestling Media Live! Barz Wrestling Media.
Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel.